Bam. Here we are. Live once again. I think it's Monday. I'll be losing track of days due to the holiday, but I think it's Monday. And a happy Monday. I won my fantasy this week, so I was partying and doing shows, comedy shows all weekend, so I'm a bit tuckered. But frigate, I'm fresh off of work, and it's time for Noodle-Free Mondays. I'm your guy, Mr. CD Enforcer, a.k.a. Poppy Carl, the bad boy. And this show is basically a Dolo-style show where I'm going to start off with some classic videos from things we made, interviews we have, comedy, skits, rap videos, stuff like that. Today is just going to be a standard interview video. It's going to be by Mr. Albert the Warrior Morales, who is a UFC fighter, and you can see him fighting in UFC. We did a great interview with him a couple years back when he first started. And I'm going to play that for you today from our skip bag stuff. Shout out to my PlayStation 4. Sound like it's ready to take off in the background. I'm going to get this loaded up and going. You guys can check out Albert Morales' video. Hope you enjoyed. It's great work from our skip bag days. We put a lot of effort into it, so I hope you get a lot out of it. Check it out. I'm going to mute myself. Got to get my basic intro to the show. Also, of course, Noodle Free Mondays, we have a Noodle of the Week. Our Noodle of the Week this week is Miss CARDI B. As you may know, she's going through a few relationship issues at the time. So I'm going to discuss how on both sides they were kind of noodles in the way they approached it. Because, I mean, this relationship was damaged from day one. They were cheating on each other from day one, fighting from day one. I mean, I don't know why they even dragged it out, really. They knew it was going to end like this, or just accept it, right? Well, we'll deal with that during her segment for Noodle of the Week, Miss CARDI B, because she went online talking all crazy, really embarrassing herself. She's supposed to be a bad B with money, and every guy in the world wanted her. What are you doing coming out here looking like a damn fool? This guy playing y'all around town, right? So that's that. Let's get into these opening videos. This Albert the Warrior Morales from the, what is it called? The Ultimate Fighting UFC. So check him out. Check out a UFC fighter, Albert Morales' talk when he was first getting into it a couple years back. We got to interview him at Dash Radio via our Skip Bags crew. And let me get this up and going.
About to witness a seismic event.
Daddy, can you put on Skip Bags Radio?
No, go to bed.
Okay, yeah, that's the promo.
Bing, bing, bing. Everybody, welcome to Fight Night at Fight Dub Stadium. We have two fighters at 5'0" and 100 in the blue corner. We have Albert the Warrior Morales. And in the red corner, we have a dark, weightless soul with no spirit, no boundaries, and no lines. It's Skit Bags Radio! And that's right, yeah. Let's welcome to Skit Bags Radio. It's Fight Dub time, and we're gonna knock you out with everybody in the room like your mama big booty hitting the toilet like boom. Get ready, this Dash Talk X Skit Bags Radio every week coming to you with a hot peek. I'm Poppy Carlo, Mr. CD Enforcer on the Insta Jesus. And let's talk to everybody else in the crew that's up in here.
We got our girls over here to the left. No mics today, but they're here. Shout out to Casey and Gabby. Shake
What up?
Holla.
What's up? Hi, everyone.
There they are.
We're over here in the corner.
They've got their mics. This is Thomas twisting knobs and pushing buttons over here. T McD on Instagram. Devin to my right.
Yo, what up? Sailor Dev. Hot damn, Carl. What a fucking entrance that was right there, man. You just went on like Speedy Gonzalez mode and just flowed, man.
That's
I love
a verbal luge ride.
I love it. Yeah. I don't think you could have plugged Fight Up more, too, by the way. I love that. Thank you. That was awesome.
Fight Up.
As you know, Sailor Dev here, and I'm joined with our two esteemed guests in the studio today. We have my co-host of Fight Dub. Ladies and gentlemen, give a round of applause for Bertrand Wang.
Holla, what's up, boys and girls out there? The BJJ Daddy on the Instagrazzy. All right, what's up, guys? We're really stoked to be back here on the Dash Radio, bringing back the Fight Dub vibe, and with our special guest, Devin, it's our original guest.
Yo,
first.
This man, by the way, is our inaugural guest on the show. So we are thrilled to bring him to you guys in person up here at Dash Radio, promoting his upcoming championship victory, I should say. His upcoming victory. Is it too early to say that?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Albert the Warrior Morales!
How you guys doing, guys?
Warrior. What up, man?
Man, just ready to play, brother. That's all it is, bro. Honestly, dude, it feels like we're 2 weeks away. It feels like it's right around the corner, man. I can't wait. It's been 8 months since my last fight. So November 24th at the Forum, the legendary Forum, I'm going to be fighting. Hey, by the way, that was an intro from, Yo, Bruce Brother, we gotta watch out, man. Golden Boy should hit you up for that intro because I don't know, you made Dash Radio seem so dope and me so small, man. Like, you know what I mean? It was really good, man. Thank you. It was dope, bro. That was an intro.
Well, we've got pretty good at what we do around here. I like to think so myself.
Bring Carl to your fights.
There you
Straight
go.
up, hey, yeah, walk out with me. Listen, you hype me up all the way through.
Right?
I'm down, bro. Do it. I'm so down.
Black Jesus hype man. Dude, Carl would come dressed in Jesus robes and have his followers, his disciples of Albert the Warrior.
Yeah. Mayweather came out with Justin Bieber. Let's go, bro. Man.
I'm sorry. If you came out with Justin Bieber, you already lost.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You already lost. Don't make that face, Gabby.
She's a millennial. It hurts.
I know. The truth hurts.
That's like saying, coming out with Michael Jackson, you're a weenie. Like, that's what it's like to millennials.
I'm just disappointed in his tattoo choices.
I think so is
People
he.
make so much money and get I feel it. It's for the
Shitty
culture.
tattoos.
Yeah. There's no excuse for shitty tattoos, guys.
It's called being a quadrillionaire and being 19.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. Shout out to a riffraff.
Riff-raff.
Fucking shittiest tattoo body ever. Fucking cartoon character shit. That is not gangster.
Riff Raff the rapper?
Yeah, dude.
You don't think cartoon tattoos are cool?
Man, I don't know, man. I can get with one or two, but when it's like your whole body and then you standing there like you're a thug, I'm like, come on, dog.
Does he have a SpongeBob?
He got like everything. He got like every cartoon. Everything on him is very just, I guess, kind of jovial and childish. Like the kind of thing that when you're 80, you look at him like, fuck.
For sure. It's
fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Thinking.
Yeah.
Is he still doing WWE? Riff Raff?
Was he doing WWE?
Yeah.
What a great WWE character.
That's why he's got all the tattoos. He's a character.
Plays his personality, absolutely.
Yeah. He's not a
I
rapper.
thought he's a rapper, right?
He's a rapper too.
Yeah, he's a rapper.
I thought he was a rapper first.
He's a very
and
smart
then
guy. That's what he is.
Yes,
He's a
he
rapper.
is. Yes, he is.
He's from, I think he's from Florida, by the way.
Oh, he's going to be rich forever.
He's
I'll tell
got
you
to be
that.
from Florida.
I'm pretty sure he's from like Lakeland or something. some central Florida, bumfuck Egypt, white trash neighborhood, like where all my
He
friends
did
are
it,
from.
though. He's like Eminem, the trap version.
Yeah. If he's not from Florida, he's
Trapping
his
them.
best Florida
It's like
impression.
I don't like his music or anything like that. And that's what he originally started with. So you would expect someone like that to go, nowhere,
fall off,
but
right?
he's still here.
Yeah, he maintained.
Yep.
Yeah. Thank God his tattoo sense and his business sense are complete opposite.
Hey. I'm thinking, because I don't know what to do with this sleeve. I already know I'm going to look at myself when I'm 80 years old and be like, damn, that was dumb. Like you were saying, right?
Riff Raff's going to do that every single
But honestly, I
Yeah.
feel like all my tattoos, even my hands, right? This is crazy, but this is my team and I'll be here forever.
Carl's a great stuff.
Flash that up to the camera. Show what we're talking about, because there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Make him say,
Bro, when you do your promo pics and you square up like that, those just are fucking sitting there eyeballing you, like
love
about
it,
to
man.
pounce. I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's a good spot for those.
Those are definitely tattoos you can stand by.
Yeah.
But I still, I'm a huge Dragon Ball Z fan.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Okay. I consider myself a Super Saiyan. One character, one focus. I get that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But 27 characters.
I get you.
Yeah.
I feel it.
Yeah. But Dragon Ball Z, I'm a Dragon Ball Z guy. If it don't kill you, you come back stronger. It's just like as a fighter, you get beat down, you have it bad, you think, oh man, got this shit, and you go work and you come back better because of what you learned from that last fight. You learn some new shit from this guy. You learn some new stuff
you
from your
train.
coaches, and you come
Exactly.
back harder.
I can tell you he likes Goku.
Yeah.
Right?
Right off the top, I can tell you he likes
Yeah.
Goku.
Yeah.
See, I like Vegeta.
Yeah.
I like that he gets beat down and just keeps coming back. He's got a rival. He's got someone he's trying to beat. I love him.
What's up with
He's
Piccolo,
complex,
man?
too.
Nobody
He's
calling the
complex,
Piccolo
too.
over here?
Piccolo's there.
Piccolo's there.
Everyone says that. Everyone's like, yeah, Piccolo's on.
Yeah, Piccolo's okay, you weirdo.
What you got?
What is that with the Piccolo guys? One out of every like 10 Goku fans is like Piccolo.
Piccolo. Well, he was the OG. He was around when nobody was around.
That's true.
Very true.
That
But
is
he was-
very,
he
very
never
He
got
was
to-
kicking Goku's ass at the very beginning.
true.
Right,
Yeah.
but he never got to ascend to like to all the later stuff.
Oh, well, he was kicking Goku's ass when Goku was like
Yo,
eight.
Yeah, Goku has
He's
been
like-
around since like the 80s.
he was an
Cartoon's
8-year-old.
been around since the 80s. and
he's
it's-
low key like the guardian of the earth though, because didn't he
Yeah.
like with Dende
Oh,
at
is
the
he
end of
Earth?
it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So like that, he's the G man.
Now, question:
I like
Isn't everybody that's like his friend on Dragon Ball Z basically an enemy that really wants to beat him, but they're only like his friend because
Everybody's
it's worse people?
jealous. They're
Like
all jealous.
Vegeta wants to kick his ass. Like as soon as we're done, I'm gonna fuck you up. Same shit. As soon as we're done, bitch, it's me and you. You know what I mean? Like all of them. You know what I mean? A bunch of stands.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
weird.
shit.
Yeah, low key. When you think about it, it's deep.
Vegeta's always too tired by the end of it. He's like, all right, next time.
All right, next up.
Be lucky, you're lucky.
Except when he sold his soul to the devil. That's when he became the he was a beast, man.
Yeah.
Majin Vegeta.
Mhm.
So you got Dragon Ball Z for a TV show. You got any favorite like martial arts films or like actors or series? Like I know off air we were talking a little bit about some of your favorites, and oh god, what? I just forgot the name of it. The fucking
Big what is it?
Big Trouble in Little China.
Oh, that's the
Yes.
yeah.
Greatest movie of all
That's
time.
All time, absolutely, baby.
Growing up, I wasn't really into martial arts movies like that. Like I know
That's not
it's
really a martial arts movie, too.
Exactly,
You
you
know,
know
it's
what I
like
mean?
you say.
but no, definitely not.
Yeah, it's
Compared to what
martial
you guys
arts.
are talking about,
Absolutely
man.
no compared to this. No.
Dude,
There's nobody got any
but
skills.
there
in
was
it.
fighting in that. There was fighting, so
Yeah,
that, like
yeah,
I saw
there's
that stuff. But I didn't really. Dude, I still haven't seen the first Rocky. I'm a huge fan.
What?
Of it. I'm a huge fan.
Do you see other ones?
Seen quotes, I've seen movies. I've seen I've seen clips of the old ones. I think it's a dope movie.
Have you seen like the new ones?
Yeah.
Nope.
No, none of the
None of
series.
the Rockies at all.
None of the
All
series.
right.
You gotta see. You need to see. You need
But
to
I
see
want
Rocky 3 with Mr. T.
I was
Yeah.
going to say,
Yeah.
See Mr. T wild
One
the
and
fuck
3
out.
are the ones you guys say.
everybody
One,
has a
three.
different answer to that question.
Because the
Right.
one with Drago was the shit, and they're redoing that now with
personally,
Creed.
I would say start at Rocky 4,
Yeah.
4.
and then go to Rocky
4?
1,
Okay.
and then you can go from
Now you gotta start with
So-
Rocky 1 and then go to 2. You gotta go chronologically. If
Uh,
you're gonna go, you gotta go
the way
chronologically.
I
It's
see it,
irrational.
I think I gotta watch. I think I gotta watch the best one first, and then which will force me to want to see the
rest.
sequel.
Probably the first one is
Exactly.
the best one.
Like,
The
yeah.
first.
Yeah.
Dude.
The first, because
Yeah.
you got to take it after the first, and now you kind of know the theme. Rocky's like a part of culture. You'd be like, oh, what are you, Rocky in it?
Yeah.
People know what you're talking about, like overcoming
Yeah,
defeat
yeah,
or whatever.
yeah.
But in the first one, you're like, oh, it's much more humble. The other ones are big, like Hollywoody,
Oh,
big.
Okay.
Yes.
And in scale, and you can see it,
Post Eye
even
of the
just like
Tiger.
the production
Yeah.
value, just they're shooting in an epic space because Rocky's a celebrity now.
Yeah.
Instead of this is him in his apartment where he
Yeah.
lives like dog shit and,
he's
he's
eating
poor.
fucking raw eggs and
It's
shit.
kind of a sad life.
Yeah.
You know?
Watch that one.
It's quite the progression, really. Rocky
Yeah.
starts out as nobody, and then by
Absolutely.
the fourth one, he defeats communism single-handedly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't even beat anybody in the first
Punches
one.
his way through communism.
He has that beautiful. I believe that people can change.
Yeah, that's all he
Rocky
gets. He gets a speech.
Rocky is so successful, they made a musical about it.
Yeah.
Rocky the
nuts,
musical
dude.
was a
That's
thing.
crazy.
That is
Mhm.
the funniest thing
That's
I've ever
awesome.
heard in my life.
That's sick, dude. That movie was
Yeah, Rocky,
Nuts.
Rocky.
I like it. I'm from Philly.
That's
I'm loving
nice.
it.
That's dope.
I'm
They will
like-
make
I'd
a
like to see
musical
that.
out of a fucking ham sandwich.
They
Yeah.
just
That made Spider-Man the
They
musical
don't give
too.
a shit.
Are you a Mike Tyson guy? You know Mike Tyson's kind of
Oh,
story,
yeah.
kind of? Okay, well, Rocky was pretty much if Mike Tyson was a more successful, continuous person, because he had the custom auto thing with the old guy, the crusty guy that took in this one guy. He told him he's a piece
Oh, yeah.
of shit his whole life, but he really loved him.
Meredith
Made him
Burgess.
tougher, made him bad. Everybody else is on his dick. I know you fucking suck. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Get out there,
You
take
can't
it.
even
Stop
chicken
crying, you baby. You know. Then the guy dies on him. You know. Then the custom
You're
auto
a
dies on him, and it kind of throws him off. You know. Mickey has his problems. You know. And
Oh
then,
yeah, he loses Mickey. That's the
yeah.
touching.
Yeah.
With
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
Is Mickey in the fourth one?
No,
Or
he
is
dies. He dies. He dies in three, right? He dies in three, yeah. And he has that touching.
Acting brilliance.
That's Sly crying.
I gotta say though, I mean, if we're we talk about, but that's a great boxing franchise, probably the greatest series of collective boxing movies made. I mean, there's other good ones, but they're kind of like standalones.
Yeah. Right. As someone from Philly. Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, yo, I got something.
Right. As someone from Philly, there's a statue of Rocky in the fucking stairs where he runs up.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, we had him at the top, and they just moved it down to the bottom. But the movie series is so good. He's a real person. I'm sorry.
I'm like, it's a movie, guys.
Do you consider boxing a martial arts movie? Like, would you put Rocky in the martial arts movie?
Fighting movie, maybe. But I don't know about martial arts per se.
Just kind of as the pugilist specialist, the guy that comes in and he's like the boxer guy, kind of like Balrog in the old Street Fighter game.
So boxing isn't a martial art.
Oh, you want a boxing movie? Is that your favorite one?
No, I'm not. But I'm just saying, like, well.
No, boxing. Don't try to put words in my mouth.
I'm just saying. So, like, is boxing a martial art?
Of course.
So is Rocky, how is Rocky not a martial art movie?
I don't know. Does martial arts, I guess technically you kind of are able to strike with the entire body.
Wait, I know why it's not. I know why it's not. Because Rocky probably didn't box a day in his life. Sylvester Stallone didn't box a day in his life. But if he was a legitimate boxer, they made like a boxing movie where he would slip punches and stuff like that. Yeah. I don't know why nobody's done that.
Well, I think it's a lot about the terminology and the words used. Like the difference between martial art or boxing. When you say boxing, people are like, oh, the sport of boxing. Boxing is a sport. They don't think of boxing and martial art attached. Whereas you think like any like Eastern style, you would categorize it as martial arts. Taekwondo, jiu-jitsu.
That's right. Yeah.
Kickboxing even over there. But like I don't know what it is. I think it's more about the way it's approached. Whereas like, you train for boxing where you can do martial arts elegantly and like disciplined and not ever have to utilize them or make contact. Whereas like boxing, like you hit bags and stuff, but it's still like, if it makes sense, it's still elegant, but it's not. It's more. I feel like it's more of a rigorous activity sport, whereas martial arts you can accomplish the same amount of power without so much output and energy. Yeah. Think about it, you got gloves on, so you have to punch through the power of those soft cushions to inflict damage. So you're doing like like it's more muscle and cardio driven, whereas like technique drives the others.
Yeah. I mean, for me, the difference is you can't kick anybody in boxing. You're like all other martial arts, you can use your hands and feet. You can use everything on somebody. In almost every other martial art, there's you can't kick me, bro. Like there's nothing like that in MMA. You know what I mean?
You can bite people's ears in boxing.
You can hit them with anything. You know what I'm saying? But boxing is like you're constrained by the rules. You're only allowed to use half your body. And your legs are more just a vehicle to get you around and get you up.
Well, you could say the same thing about Greco-Roman style wrestling because they're only allowed to grapple, aren't they?
Right. Only up top too, like from a.
So you can't hook with your legs in Greco-Roman wrestling? No,
only top. Yeah.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, somebody have to call me. Well, that's not a martial art.
I don't know.
Greco-Roman wrestling is on the border.
What is the fighter thing?
Fucking gay porno.
What's the fighter thing?
Yeah, what's the fighter thing?
Yeah. So I think all of them are martial arts.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a classification. They're all just
fighting.
You're fighting.
So anything combat related?
Yeah, exactly. Anything combat. Because if you were to take the sport out of any of those that's what they become, martial arts. Because like if two guys are like let's just talk about like back in the day, like if there was tribes, this tribe would do Muay Thai, this tribe would do boxing. They'd meet up in the middle, they'd fight. They'd fight style versus style. That's that martial art. So same thing. Like if this tribe only used their hands because they felt that was what they had to do. They created their own technique, rotating all that stuff. These guys over here like to kick because they figured the limbs are longer. I'd stay away and kick you away. They went out there and fought. That was martial arts. So,
that's a good way to put it. I really thought of it that way. When you go way back and think like each village has their own individual style.
And take the glove, take anything off. It's still boxing.
Very true.
The dictionary defines martial arts as any of several arts or combat of self-defense, such as karate and judo, that are widely practiced as a sport.
Okay, so boxing.
Everything pretty much is a martial art, for sure.
Bam.
I think Bruce Lee would agree. Yes.
Thumb wrestling, arm wrestling.
Yeah.
that windmill thing black girls do.
That
I think that's a variation of drunken boxing. I think
That's hilarious. Hey, have you guys seen that the no glove box? What is bare knuckle box?
Oh yeah.
Oh, they got that
That's
like
vicious.
in real life. They got it now.
It just went down last. I want to say Saturday.
in North America.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah. Actually,
How is that sanctioned?
Yeah, who's in
Who
it?
is allowing that?
Yeah, that's right. Johnny Hendricks was in that, and who else?
Johnny Hendricks was in that. Ex UFC fighters are fighting it.
Wasn't it Phil Baroni? Wasn't Phil Baroni was in it?
I don't know who else.
Sounds brutal.
Yeah, dude. And there's rules.
We're so crazy.
Yeah, there
There's
are
like less rules.
like less. Well, no, like there's actually more.
Are they just have wraps?
Yeah, they have like wrist wraps.
Mhm.
The only thing that they can because they start off literally like right here, like we're gonna punch each other, right?
Yeah,
like
in the
right
face.
off the top.
Right there.
It's in a square circle, so it's like it's in a ring, and then there's a circle in the ring. I think I don't know
hilarious.
the purpose of that, but that's what they're in. And they're allowed to clinch. That's one thing that they're allowed to clinch with one arm, but they have to strike with this guy if they're in the clinch. So they're allowed to.
Oh my god.
Like a hockey kind
Oh
of
yeah,
thing.
they're allowed to do like Takayama Tan Fry style.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So how long do these fights last? 30 seconds?
No, they actually. Well, you don't have to get into that clinch part,
Okay.
right? Like as soon
Thank
as
God.
the fight goes in, like you
I
take
thought that was the standard.
You get your space.
I think
go
you
to
can
work.
get your space, and then you can start working. So I think, and it's boxing. So a lot of
Mhm,
boxers
mhm.
are actually transitioning, and they're actually doing pretty well.
Yeah, I'd love
And-
to see Floyd do that.
Oh yeah, that'll
His
never happen.
hands
No,
would
his hands are too
crumble.
soft.
Yeah, that defensive thing in that one. I don't know.
How about him just pulled out of that fucking Japanese guy? He
Oh
fight
yeah,
with that
the
Japanese.
tension fight. Yeah,
He pulled out of that?
yeah, he did.
Oh,
He's like,
within
yeah,
like
he goes,
48
they
hours.
they misled me. It was supposed
Smart
to be a
man.
promotional fight.
Hey, is Pacquiao back?
Yeah.
Y'all think he's worthwhile or?
Yeah,
Tension's small too.
Just give
Tension's
him-
like 125 pounds.
give Pacquiao
Yeah, but he was
some
gonna
key.
kick. He was also gonna kick Floyd in the face.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was an MMA fight. It wasn't a boxing fight. I was like, I saw that on the card. I go, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Who
And
did
Tension also
this?
has a 4-0 MMA record.
No, he's a young
Yeah,
up and
And
coming
he's young
guy.
and he's nasty. You see that highlight reel of that crazy Kyokushin style wheel kick where he knocked
Yeah.
that fool out? That was
I
crazy.
I like seeing that stuff, man. And that guy is a horrible matchup for Floyd because that guy's just gonna come flying at Floyd, and
He's gonna be faster than Floyd. You gotta
no,
think.
man. I thought they were gonna give Floyd a Muay Thai guy. Muay Thai guy would have been a lot better for Floyd. And I think Floyd, this is why I want Floyd to fight, because the same thing where they say boxing isn't a martial art, like it is. And if he goes in there and outboxes somebody in an MMA fight, MMA fight, so this guy has all his tools. He can do whatever the heck he wants. But I still think the footwork in boxing and precision in boxing is like it's dope, man. A lot of good, like right now, every champion has wrestling and they have boxing as their striking for the most part.
Yeah.
Except for like Max Holloway and stuff like that. But he's about to lose to Brian Ortega, and Brian is a boxer. So
Yeah, that was a big shift for the girls when Ronda Rousey was doing her thing, and then old girl came along, was a good striker, knocked her ass down like she wasn't shit. You know what I'm saying? And she couldn't do nothing. She just
That's
didn't have
next
the
level
boxing
stuff.
game right.
You see next
you know?
level stuff like the style bender when he made Derek Brunson look silly in that last UFC.
yeah, Stylebender is something special.
Yeah, he is.
What? Did you guys see last night's card?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh man, I didn't see it. So I saw who won. I was fucking working, man. I had deadlines. I had to edit shit. I'm sorry, but my boy Cowboy, I heard he came through
Yes, he
in the
did.
first round.
Yes,
he did.
Right
First
at the end of
round
the That was a
armbar.
sick fight.
I saw that highlight. I saw that on YouTube. What else happened? Because for the shout out Cowboy, I just love him.
Yes,
Yeah, Cowboys.
gotta love Cowboy.
Cowboys my probably, man, I got so many favorite fighters. My favorite hands down is Anderson Silva. Second is probably Cowboy, because that guy fights anytime.
He's ready
Yes.
to go. Ready to
He's
go.
Always.
He's a real fighter, and he does like all this crazy like stuff that I'm scared to do. Like he goes wakeboarding and freaking like
Bro,
Yeah, he does that all extreme
he's
shit.
a
Fighter,
real
bro.
gnarly motherfucker.
he's a
He's a
family
real dude,
He's
yeah.
a dope guy, man. He's a
Yeah.
dope fighter.
Now
He's,
he's got a baby. Yeah, exactly.
he's an inspiration, man.
He's got a gym here.
And he won by an armbar. That's
Yeah.
dope as hell. There was a lot of drama between that fight.
Because of what
yeah,
happened
with the camps,
with
with the
the camp and
exact same
everything?
wing. Yeah, exactly.
That's some MMA nerd stuff right there. But you
Yeah.
know, I don't know. I didn't get too much into it. I think I listened to like both sides tell their story like a couple weeks ago when it was all flourishing, and I was like, guys, this sounds like just like
Drama.
drama. Like
Yeah.
this sounds like, what are we like fucking in the fucking girls' bathroom or something? What's going on here? Like,
straight up, that's facts, bro.
So I'm like, all right, I'm glad that like, okay, the fight's done, it's over, like it's settled, like whatever. I mean, people will still be pissed, but people get so. And I've heard other hosts and like commentators talk about this, about people getting emotional in the sport, which makes sense because it is all consuming, and it's like your reputation, it's your wins, your losses, you know, all that kind of stuff. Your livelihood is built on it. But still, at the end of the day, like, it's hard for me to be like, you're rapping, you get punched in the face. How do you take it so sensitive for this other bullshit that's not that big a deal?
Facts.
Like, I'm in the entertainment business, and I'll take any of this shit that seriously. Yeah. Like, come on, guys.
Yeah. Everyone's trying to use the drama to sell the fight now.
That's
kind of, you know,
this is one of the questions.
Unfortunate kind of turn that UFC's kind of turned there. Right.
I was going to ask you exactly about this. Is what do you think? What's your opinion on entertainment into MMA now? Because there's a lot of selling the fights, and like, you know, Conor's a good example.
There's
but
more sports entertainment now for sure.
You know, we talked about this.
That's all Floyd is. Also.
Well, we talked about this on Fight Dub, and one of my main examples in the differences of this is the difference between like Conor and Nate. Like, Conor is a showman on purpose, and he is also a great fighter.
Like you said, Nate's the show.
But Nate does not give a fuck whether he is a showman or not. That's just who he is, and it naturally comes out. And I think that's what Conor kind of is too. Conor would kind of be flexing and talking. He'd be a showman in the gym if he wasn't popular anyways. But it's like the differences of attitude, and like where Conor's intentionally trying to build it up, and Nate is just like, I don't give a fuck, I'm going to do it. And that naturally builds it up. Where do you see like more fighters? Where do you draw that line of like how to sell tickets versus focus on the fight? Like, how's that balance going? Because it seems like it's coming, like there's a bunch of different shit coming from all angles now of the sport.
You can kind of tell exactly like how like what you're talking about. The thing, it's out there, man. Like, people want to see all the drama because, like, especially like the kind of age we're living in, everybody cares about social media and how you're freaking portraying yourself and stuff like that. It's all about views and stuff. So you can tell like there's fighters that are trying to, like, I feel like Conor, like you said, he's gonna be like that person wherever the heck he is. His coaches talk about that too. But I think eventually he did lose himself somewhere down the line. I think that cart thing that wasn't the original Conor.
Well, for sure.
Exactly. Like, you make that kind of money, like, fighting's a humble.
No judgment.
You know what I mean? Like fighting, you have to be hungry to freaking like get to that championship level, and then staying there. That's the hard part. Like, you can get to the championship. That's not that hard. Well, that's what they say. It's still hard, but it's not the hard part. The hard part is to remain the champ, because everybody's coming at you 10 times harder. Yeah. And see, like, Conor for a second had me, man, thinking like he's like the dopest dude. If you really think about it, the guy never defended the belt once. He can't say he's the greatest of all time. He made the most money for sure.
Yeah. By losing. Greatest talker, for sure.
But
mental warfare, all that. Yeah.
And he could have been great, bro. His left hand, like he's a smart fighter, bro. He's a very good fighter.
He lost his last three fights?
Yeah.
One of them was Floyd, though, right?
Yeah, one of them was Floyd.
Still a fight, bro. Still a fight.
True.
And I don't think he looked that good. I don't think Floyd. I think Floyd played with him until it was done.
Yes. I mean, dude, he was just being nice.
He got a couple good shots in the first couple rounds, like two rounds, maybe 3 rounds. He got a couple of those jabs and like a hook or something like 3 good ones.
Yeah, I wouldn't even say Floyd was letting him hit him like Floyd. I've never seen Floyd so open to punches in my life, where he was just kind of standing there like this dude, go ahead, hit me, pussy. You know what I mean? Like, he kind of treated him like that to an extent, because it was like, usually he's just dipping and running all over the place, you know?
That thing was the biggest, most expensive waste of fucking money for all the consumers out there. Like, it was just a big show. It was an act. Like, you could tell after the fight
that's what they paid for.
That it was all for show.
Yeah. That's like a good example of what we were talking about, the freaking hype, right? Yeah. The freaking everybody wants to watch. But then, like, I think like Cowboys thing, right? I feel like they try to get so involved. They try, like, everybody's trying to figure out what the heck is going on, and then they put it all out there. I don't think Cowboy's into that kind of social media. Like, he cares about what people think.
He gives a shit about that.
He doesn't, bro. All he wants to do is just be at home. I thought he was going to retire last night. Honestly, I would have loved to see that, like him retire in his hometown, like with.
That's
broke
true,
that record,
man.
Now he's got the most wins in UFC.
Most
right?
appearances in
Most
UFC history and the most wins in UFC history.
That's
That's
crazy.
what I'm saying. Like I thought that would have been a great time to leave, but I guess he's not done, and I think he'll leave when he's ready to leave because he's got good people.
Now, bro, did you see him in the fucking octagon on his in the ring after his fight? He's like, "Oh, I'm just so thankful," and he's like, "What's up next for you?" He's like, "Oh, you know, I'm going to the top, baby. Khabib, I'm coming for you." And I was like, "Oh shit,
Crazy.
let's do it."
Yeah, we talked about going back down to 155.
He deserves it.
Yeah.
Let him get his last run in, bro.
I think he's. I think he's running so much on fumes to cut weight at 155 that
Yeah, he's so much better at 170.
He's small at 170, bro.
Yeah, you're right. Everyone's
very
cheap.
true.
But you know
Darren
what?
Till is
He only
170.
lost it. Darren Till is a giant.
Humongous. Yeah, exactly.
Darren Till has
He's a giant.
never made 170 ever.
He made it for the Cerrone fight.
No, I don't think he did.
Yeah, and he made it for Woodley also.
Yeah, those were the two, the title fight and then but then everywhere else, like, dude, he was over like 4 pounds once.
Yeah.
Like, he's a big dude.
He's a big dude.
And after he lost to Woodley, he's moving up to 180.
Yeah,
That's how big.
that's smart. Yeah. They're talking about him versus Stylebender. That would be a sick
That'd
fight.
be cool. That would be a great
That
fight.
would be a sick fight.
That would be a great freaking fight
yeah.
because they're gonna stand up.
They're gonna stand up and like
But I
try to
think-
kill each other. Yeah, that's a nasty fight.
So I've been rolling around with the idea of this, and I want to know what you guys think, what y'all's opinion is. Instead of having all this blurred lines of, media and entertainment versus martial arts and actual combat and sport and rankings and, the actual technique of it, why don't we just split off and do 2 leagues and do roided out, unregulated entertainment
Go crazy.
fucking league, and
Destroy your
then
body.
pure clean, disciplined, very official, almost tournament style if you want, instead of all these matchups that are paired. So it's very clear, who's ranked and who's doing what.
Yes.
And almost like a bracket system or something.
You could have human, metahuman, and then you could have a human versus metahuman super fight. Like a roided to the max
Champion
person
versus
against
champ.
like a regular person who just trains a lot.
I mean, but from a practicality standpoint, obviously people are going to watch the one built for entertainment, but then people will watch the other one. But do you think the sport as a whole would suffer because you kind of make like a caricature of it? Like a WWE?
No.
Like you're making it too
It'll be different.
WWE?
It'll be separate.
It's kind of suffering now, don't you think? UFC's already, the credibility is already kind of suffering from true fight fans.
It's making more money than it's ever made, though.
That's true.
Yeah,
And that's what it's about for them, for sure.
Yeah.
I think the UFC's they're definitely like I'm not gonna say anything about UFC. I love UFC. But they are a big part of like the growth of MMA because MMA is a lot bigger. It's like now it's like, of course, like obviously the UFC is the big thing, but there's so many other outlets, and that's because of the UFC blowing up the way it is.
Yes.
It might however you feel about the UFC is how you feel, but MMA right now is huge. There's
Huge.
There's
No,
parents,
they did the whole one deal too.
right? Yeah,
right?
exactly. There's just so many things, dude. But I'm talking about like kids, parents. They're training their kids at like 5 years old to be professional MMA fighters now.
Yeah.
I see it all the time. I teach at UFC gyms. I've taught at Elite Training Center, and there's people want
That's
fighters
crazy.
as kids now.
Yeah.
That's
Kids
crazy.
are training at a young age. So now it's not so much fighting. It's kind of going towards where, like you guys were saying, a sport.
Yeah.
People are seeing it kind of like boxing now, where it's like it's taking over boxing, where people are like, yo, we want our kids to be
Look
Well,
out, soccer moms! It's a whole new thing coming now.
MMA moms.
How about
Seriously,
for
dude, I'm
sure,
looking at-
less
at the-
fucking brain damage than football
Yeah.
and fucking boxing? Like,
But it's-
that's the thing.
yeah.
You get choked out, nothing happens. You know, you get fucking roll around
You
with
might lose some
somebody and
brain
get
cells.
submitted. Not really. I mean, barely. But, like, you get punched in the head with gloves or you spar, even with a helmet, or, like, you're constantly knocking in to people with helmets on as a kid when your brain is growing.
Okay.
Like,
Well,
it's way
if there's-
fucking different.
If there's less brain injuries, traumatic brain injuries in the league, then it sounds like the steroid league is a bad idea. Because
Oh, those are for grown adults, though.
That's what I wanted to say.
aren't a lot of the
Exactly.
steroids illegal federally, so it couldn't legally be a league in the United States anyway?
Yeah, well, I mean, I just said the
technically,
man.
you know.
There's a lot of
So what
there's
is,
some
bro?
things that aren't illegal, right? That you can take that are still illegal in the NFL, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there's a lot of other
that's what the
supplements.
league should be of. Like if we did have like a league,
Just
where,
no illegal supplements.
yeah,
You can
exactly. because some of the, like Anderson Silva's like little, well, not those guys are still fighting.
Dick
but I mean,
pills.
like any like guys like the guys who are on my card, like Tito Ortiz and Chuck Liddell, like those guys, like dude,
They
those
must be-
guys have
they-
taken
oh, come on.
damage, bro. Like
Yeah.
I've been in the game for almost like almost 8 years now, I think.
Man,
and,
8 years now?
and no, I doubt that. I'm tripping. My daughter, it's been 6 years.
6? Okay.
Yeah, 6 years. And I feel a lot of like, dude, my knees are messed up, my hands messed up, dude. Like I've suffered 3 injuries this camp. Never pulled out, by the way, right? I'm still here.
Right.
G.
Yeah. So I can't imagine what they've gone through, dude. And they went through a time when they were developing the rules.
Yeah.
So that's like there's so many things, bro. So their bodies are beat up, and there's like growth hormones or what. I don't know anything about that stuff because I don't know, but I know that there's.
Oh yeah,
there's
Lesnar is juiced up.
Oh,
That
to the
guy's
gills.
nuts.
Are you kidding me?
that guy's like obviously that guy shouldn't be able
He's
to
been
fight.
juicing
bro.
Well, I
probably
mean,
10 to
he's so
20
old,
years.
he can only pretend to do it now.
Yeah.
Well, I think, and also like there's a difference a lot of times in these leagues. They should allow these different things for recovery.
Yeah.
Like for after camp or after a fight, like you should be able to take whatever fucking steroid or whatever you need to like benefit your health and help recover from an injury or whatever. I mean, granted, it might enhance your performance, whatever. But like you said, there's wear and tear on the body that just happens from longevity.
There should be a limit, and like you were saying, the ones that I didn't even know that they were federally banned or anything like that. I just thought I can't take them. I don't take them. You know what I
No,
mean?
there's some that are federally banned. Like if you get caught with them, you'll go to jail. Kind of.
That's
Yeah,
nuts.
exactly. Yeah.
They're like DECA and shit
Right,
like
like the
that.
FBI's on you if you're
Yeah,
posting.
if you got some
Exactly.
hardcore HGH,
Yeah.
you're gonna do some time.
Yeah.
But
Really? Oh.
I take green vitamins. And stuff.
So I think
Yeah.
we're on to the
Essential
next thing
greens and
now. I
stuff
think
like
we
that.
have to
Macrolife.
we have cybernetic replacement parts for people, and we'll have
That'll
like a
be-
cybernetic
that'd be
fight
dope.
league.
that'll be
Yeah.
a part of the other league.
Yeah.
I'd watch them.
That'd be
Don't they
sick.
use stem cells now to help people?
Oh, do stem
recover?
cells?
Stuff like that,
I hear
yeah.
stem cell stories which are crazy. People are injured, get a stem cell injection,
It's
walk
Go
really
talk
out.
to Mel Gibson, man.
It's honestly miraculous, and it's
Yeah.
a shame that we can't do anything.
That's the stupid part. Yeah, you got to go to a
It
different
would help.
fucking country.
Yeah, it would help so many people, and it would make my knees feel a little bit better when I'm on the treadmill. So
Oh yeah.
why don't we?
Have you ever had a cortisone shot?
Yes, I have. Those things are great.
Are they? I've never taken like.
That's just a painkiller, though. That's just
Dude,
you know,
no,
your
I had a
body's still
pinched
tearing
nerve.
itself up.
Bro,
I mean, you can't just go right back into it after the shot. You gotta
dude, I had
let
a
yourself heal.
pinched nerve. This
But it does
camp, bro.
does make things
Yeah?
better.
They were telling me to go get a cortisone shot, but I always thought they were
It's
illegal.
it's basically a painkiller. Yeah.
So like I like when I hurt my knee the first time when I first turned my my meniscus, they were telling me go get a cortisone shot, but I always thought like anything that I thought I couldn't do anything. Like, as soon as USADA came in, I thought
You're like,
no,
nah,
nothing.
cortisone's
Yeah,
okay.
USADA. They're like it's legal, bro. Don't trip. Like nah, I'm good, bro.
yeah,
Like,
right.
I don't take supplements, bro. I only take supplements that my manager gets me because I know that my manager is going to take care of me.
Right.
So
Cortisone, yeah,
that's
that's
smart.
just like anti-inflammatory.
I know I
Right,
hear it's
exactly.
like no, there's nothing wrong with it. So, but I was actually thinking about doing it for my pinched nerve because it's anti-inflammatory, right?
Yeah.
So that was the whole thing, dude. I couldn't get up. I was like in bed for like a whole week.
Yeah.
Lots of other
pinched
things are
nerves.
anti-inflammatory
Yeah.
too.
What are? Oh,
Yeah,
was-
that's
that's the only way I survived.
But yeah, pinched nerves have ended a lot of football players' careers. Shannon Sharp's brother Sterling Sharp was a great wide receiver for the Green Bay Packers back in the day. Monster kid,
Yeah,
all muscle,
yeah.
badass, TO before TL. He played a few years, and then one day he's just gone. I'm like, what the fuck happened? He had like a pinched nerve in his neck or something.
Damn.
Done.
Mhm.
Bro, it's
Yeah.
no joke,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
I've heard, I got a pinched nerve. I felt that, I felt it that. I felt that with this camp, man. It was pain.
Yeah.
So you got a couple injuries in this camp, and we got to talk about this fight coming up
That's right.
because
22nd, baby.
22nd.
Oh no, 24th, right? 24th, 22nd is Thanksgiving. Yeah.
24th.
Saturday the 24th.
Awesome.
I get
All
it.
right.
Carl's gonna be there.
Well, we were talking about the camp, and you told us today that you had some change-ups regarding your fight. So you maybe have prepared for a camp, and then now do you have to adjust your strategy, or what are you thinking, or like how was your journey? First of all, how long was the camp? Let's start there.
I got dude. I've been in an 8th month camp. to be honest with you guys. My last fight was in March, I think. March or February. I don't know. It was one of those two, but I lost. And then I got released from the UFC. So after I lost, I knew I was going to lose. But there's a whole lot of things that happened at camp that are going to be in my book when it comes out. Like,
Right.
There you go.
you know what I mean? Not anytime soon, but after I lost that fight, I was immediately thinking, all right, I'm gonna get released.
Mhm.
I need to get out of here, get a fight as soon as possible, and just get back to the UFC by the end of the year. That was my goal. Like my vision was like, I have to go cut off the heads of all the other champions, bring them to Dana and be like, yo, here you go, homie. Like, I got all the belts now, bring me back. So that's what I was thinking. It didn't go that way. I couldn't get a fight. There was I got turned down a bunch of times. I wasn't officially allowed to announce that I was released from the UFC until like May.
Really?
Yeah. So I wasn't allowed to fight, and so that was that chunk of time. Nobody was scared. So that time I wasn't allowed to say anything at that moment.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna break up with you, but don't say anything to my mom until May, okay?
Right? UFC contract.
Yeah, it kind of sucked, bro. But it is what it is. They probably forgot. I still got. It's funny because before they announced it, because I wanted to know when I can announce it, because I want to tell people.
Right.
You know what I mean? I wanted to change my Instagram tag, but Instagram won't let me change it for some reason because I have a blue check mark.
Oh, because it's verified.
They're like, yo, you can't change your name.
Yeah,
So you
stuck
want me
now,
to
yeah.
lose all my followers?
Yeah.
Well, hopefully they love me for real and they'll follow me back. Right?
What is your Instagram, by the way?
Warrior135 UFC. But I'll be back. You know what I mean? So I'm not really tripping. It's just kind of weird that I got to fight for other promotions. Like, after this card, hopefully I get to, even for this card, right? But I get to fight for the Bellator card in it's gonna be at the Forum again in January.
Sweet. Uh-huh.
So hopefully I can
Nice.
get on that. But like when they tag me, they're gonna have to tag UFC. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm gonna tell them, yo, don't worry about tagging me. Like just leave me out. I'll do all that stuff. But I forgot what were we even saying.
Your camp. I was just saying how long it took. How'd you get in? Yeah. How did this fight come about? So you're on this hiatus, and now they don't tell you can release your press.
Yeah, then they release before I get released. I mean, before I could even announce it, they announce it. So I get a message from one of my fans to be, oh man,
Oh, that's so courteous.
Yeah. I was like, damn,
Right?
but
I know, right?
dude, I got some legit like people from all over the world, bro. Then they message me and they DM me, and they're freaking awesome, bro. So shout out to you guys. Yeah, so I get released, and then after that, I'm telling my manager, all right, cool, it doesn't matter. Let's get back. Let's get back. Like, where's the fights? Nobody. Cards were full, because people try to like plan ahead. So I'm waiting for a short notice fight, and nothing's happening. So I'm getting discouraged. Like, there's like I'll take like a week off. Because I'm grinding, I'm training hard, dude. My body, like, just because I don't have a fight doesn't mean your body doesn't get wear and tear, man. So I'm getting tired. I'm training every day. Then I'm getting discouraged. Finally, like, I get like promotions that are looking for fights, looking for fighters, and they would love to have me on the show. So I'm like, okay, cool. We're trying. Nobody's accepting fights. Kind of bigger, higher weight class, a little bit of money, a whole bunch of nonsense, man. But like there was a couple of times where we actually had opponents and then they pulled out weeks into the freaking thing. So I that's the biggest problem, man. It's just fighting fights. So yeah, man. And now we're going, man.
So this is Golden Boy MMA's first card.
Yes, sir.
All right. And we got to give a shout out Golden Boy Radio here on Dash. Check them out over there. Yeah. But how is it being at the Forum? Have you fought at the Forum before?
Never.
Ooh,
that's pretty sweet.
Fun.
It's awesome, bro. I'm excited.
And now so it's kind of like you're a free agent. It's actually kind of interesting because like you can do Golden Boy, so you can do Bellator. I mean, you can kind of do whatever is best for you.
Ooh, have you? He's kind of like the Don King, isn't he? Oscar, the Golden Boy, isn't he kind of Don King? Is he like the new Don King?
I'm not sure what he's doing now.
Yeah, trying. I don't know what's going down. I don't know if he wants to continue to do, the whole MMA thing. I'm not sure, man, because, Canelo just made that big deal. So why would you need anything else other than that? But I don't know, man. It's gonna be dope, bro. Like I hope it continues, dude. So far, it's been good. You know, I had an opponent pull out, and they found me one immediately. So on that case, you know, shout out to Mel, the matchmaker over there, for making that happen and keeping my fight up. So as right now, it's good, man.
Hey.
Who would you like to fight anytime and throughout history, fighter or non-fighter? Living or dead?
You can't say non-fighter.
Yeah,
It's literally anybody in history.
exactly. Yeah. This is a
There's a lot of
fight dumb.
fightable people, I
It's a
guess.
fight dumb question.
My 4th grade teacher. No. so you want martial art related?
I mean, you can
Anybody,
do whoever,
whoever
man.
you want, man.
Like some people are like, "Yo, I'm gonna fight Hitler." All right,
Yeah,
good
exactly,
choice.
yeah.
Common choice, but good choice.
Is there like a dream warrior? Maybe someone like, yeah, man, I'd really love to have been able to fight such and such. You know.
Right now, like immediate, like right now, if I could fight anybody right now, it'd be this dude named Thomas Almeida. He gave me my first loss.
Almeida?
Yeah, but of all time.
Is that your first UFC fight?
You know what? Yeah, no, my second.
Second?
My second. Yeah. I always hated. Did you ever watch
Yeah, who is it?
Space Jam?
Somebody from
That
Space Jam.
big fat freaking bad guy, the one
Newman?
with
Oh no, the cartoon
what's his
dude?
name? Yeah, the cartoon dude. Fucking
Big something.
He was
Danny
the
DeVito's
co-
voice.
Exactly, it was Danny DeVito, but he was the Monstars.
He was one of the Monstars?
owner. No,
Oh,
he was the owner.
he was the bad guy alien with the
Yeah.
cigar in his mouth.
Exactly,
Oh, yeah,
dude.
yeah.
He drove me crazy, bro. I don't know why, man. He was ugly. He was mean. I just wanted to sock him in his face.
All right, Warner Brothers.
Wow.
We got the pitch for you. It's called Space Jam 2, starring Albert the Warrior Morales,
And LeBron
James.
and it's MMA instead of basketball.
Right.
Space
That
Jam
would-
2 is already coming.
Yeah, with
You gotta
LeBron.
name it this has to be Space Jam 3.
Oh my God!
Really?
They could throw me in
This will
there.
be Space Jam 3: The Space Slam.
Oh, well, actually,
Spacing.
actually, this one isn't Space Jam 2. It's just going to be Space Jam, but with LeBron James.
Oh, so he's gonna. Put the
So
same
that's a
character?
green light
It's, like
now.
it's a reboot.
It's a remix.
That's
yeah.
gonna be whack.
Is it the same
How dare
premise?
they?
They can't do it the same. LeBron's not playing baseball.
It's true. They can't do it the same.
They can. That doesn't make any sense.
It's gonna be like him switching from Cleveland
Why
and
would-
coming
Guys,
to LA
guys,
and
they
the
do
Looney
all
Tunes
kinds of things
capture
in
him.
Hollywood that
No,
don't make sense.
I think he's going to, in the movie, he's going to retire and become an actor.
So
Oh,
it's gonna tie into his
so
real
it's-
life.
Instead of baseball, he's acting.
He's,
Yeah,
totally.
so-
It's LeBron. He's in LA.
Yeah.
That's why he came to LA for
Yeah.
sure.
Oh, that's horrible.
Did he write this himself?
I don't know if that's really what it's going to be about, but it's a good
sounds
guess.
like
That's
it.
pretty good. Yeah.
Oh, it's.
I'll probably see it in theaters.
That's.
Oh, I can't believe you said that on the radio.
Oh, you will?
Of course I will.
Oh man.
Let's not pretend here, guys.
Oh,
This is Space Jam. We're talking about.
Only if they bring
It's
back
not
R. Kelly,
Space Jam.
man.
It's not.
It's not Space Jam without R. Kelly.
Damn.
True.
and you know he's not coming back.
Yeah,
That fool's not
He's
coming
not
back.
coming back.
Yeah, I don't
Nobody's
think,
allowing him within 200 yards of children.
I
Oh,
believe
yeah.
I Can Fly will not be on the next soundtrack. Definitely not. Unfortunately. Honestly, one of the better soundtracks that's out there.
Yeah, it
Space
was.
Jam.
You know what else they're doing? Like,
Enough with the Space Jam accolades, for Christ's sake.
I would love to see a reboot. And I know they're in the talks of another Rush Hour. So we were
Yeah,
thinking
I saw
about
that.
Jackie Chan and
Oh
some
my
martial
God.
arts. You know what? They've just announced they're doing Bad Boys 3.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Will
Oh my
Smith and
God.
Martin Lawrence
All these
announced
old
that.
dudes coming out. I love it, man.
I think it's dope, man. And especially like Creed. Like Creed, was supposed to be fucking amazing. The new one that's coming out right
How
now.
old is Sly?
with-
Does anybody know how old Sly is? He's got to be 60 or 70.
No, more than that. He's in his
He's like
70s.
70s, right?
Yeah, dude, and he is shredded. All the roids. We're talking about roids. That
Roids
man
and-
is living off of mainline of
I'm
roids
sure
and
he's getting
fucking
stem cells up the ass.
fucking
Yeah, right.
bear meat.
Right.
Like, yeah, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Shout out to Sylvester though, man, killing it, killing the game, whatever. At least he didn't
Yo.
try to become governor.
There's another Rambo coming too.
Really?
Yeah, I heard about
That last
this.
Rambo was not bad. I gotta tell you, as far as action movies go, that one that they made about him going to Burma, right?
This-
It was Myanmar or Burma or
something like that. And he
yeah.
punches the guy and his head explodes. That
Oh,
one.
what?
Oh, or he goes like this.
Did he do that? Did he punch someone's head?
I think
Yo, what movie did you say earlier?
Oh no!
was-
That's right. He ripped someone's fucking. He cuts
in the new
Last
Rambo.
Rambo was insane. But this one's gonna be like a reboot also.
Okay,
Like it's
what about
gonna,
you?
they're,
some
trying
other
to, they're
fool?
trying to revive the series again. Because I mean, like we just said, the
Can't
guy's
revive the
70
series.
years old,
Yeah.
so he has to pass the reins to a new Rambo. His child, perhaps.
Who is the new Rambo? There is no one these days who is
Yes.
as bodybuilder meathead out as
Right.
like an action star. I mean,
Rock.
Who is heir
The
to
Rock,
the Guido
but-
throne?
Yeah, I don't want to see
but The
Rambo.
Rock is like
He's funny. He's
Yeah.
too funny. He's too cute.
Ooh.
He's too
he
nice.
can
The Rock.
do, he can do
He's too
comedy.
funny, nice,
and-
nice.
Yeah,
Like,
true. Sylvester Stallone is all about how much can a man take before he has to fight back. Like all his movies are all about that.
yeah.
Yeah, the stoic character.
Yes.
You know who
Because
nobody
he can't talk.
me.
Yeah,
Exactly.
all his characters are stoic because he's not a good talker.
Well, you know who nobody
He's a
wants to see do a reboot is fucking Steven Seagal or
Oh, he'll
my
never be
boy
back.
Steven.
Or Steven Seagal.
Oh, we rip on Steven Seagal so bad.
Yeah.
So bad.
He's given us so much
It's
material.
just great. I don't think you guys noticed. I was listening to what was it? Oh, I was listening to fucking Your Mom's House with Tom Segura and Christina Pazzinski, and they rip on fucking
Oh, yeah.
Steven Seagal all
course.
the time. And they brought up this fucking thing about him that
What?
I didn't know. He goes and does all of his interviews in Russia in a gi.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
And
yeah.
like,
it's like a moo
yeah,
He
and
wears
like
the-
he's just absolutely lost his mind, and
Yeah,
he's
oh, yeah.
known. He's been known on set from the
He's like a
80s
cultural ambassador now.
to be like the biggest prick. I didn't know this, but he used to. The way he got his start was he was a personal trainer
Yes,
for a
he was
guy
a
at
bodyguard or
Paramount.
something, right? Yeah.
No, he was a personal trainer for some fucking executive who worked at Paramount, and then the guy from Paramount was like, "Oh, we're gonna make a fucking movie with you, bro. I like you." And Steven's like, "Yeah, let's just do this." And it's just like day
Well, then
one
he
coming
stole,
on
he
set.
stole his
everyone-
friend's story from above the line.
Yoram Globus and his brother, or his cousin Manahem Golan
I don't
from Canon Films. They were the guys that made Steven Seagal and Sylvester Stallone and
They made
Jean-Claude Van Damme, and they're the reason
Well,
why
his first movie,
Chuck Norris even exists.
right?
They're
No,
the
those
reason
guys
why-
made all those schlock movies. Yeah,
Really?
Yeah.
in the 80s. Yeah, yeah.
And what's this? Wait,
Bloodsport.
what's these guys' names again? Who's this again?
Golan,
Canon Films.
yeah, Golan and Globus. You're absolutely right.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Golan and Globus.
Yeah.
Huh.
They made a lot of
Well-
shitty movies. They made the
They made a lot
they
of
made
money
the
off
into
those
the
shitty
into the ninja movies and all
Yeah.
that stuff.
Yeah,
All those movies
I
are
love
big
those two
overseas.
Sho
though,
Kasugi.
right?
Runaway Train, Bloodsport,
I loved all that shit. Man. I loved all that shit. Yeah.
all those early Steven Seagal movies.
Oh man, the three word titles.
Mhm.
Nice. I love that. Well, thank you.
Cobra.
That production.
Yes, Cobra.
company.
That really terrible. Oh my god.
Cobra was my
That
shit.
was Stallone.
Cobra
Cobretti.
was
Yeah,
my
okay. Let's just
shit.
take a fucking
With
word
the
and
car,
Italianize
nigga,
it.
with
And,
the car
okay.
with the whip.
Tough guy Nelly.
I loved it.
Do you, Albert? Do you watch WWE?
No. No, that's not.
This is a fighter here.
Riff-Raff is
I
there.
have nothing against WWE, man. Hey, dude, those guys take a lot of damage
It's
too.
just curious, you know.
Yeah, no. Like I have a friend. Her name is what's her name on the show? Sonia Deville, I think is her name. I don't know, but she's pretty big, man. I get DMs all the time saying like, "Oh my god, you're friends with her." They don't even care about me. They just so. But yeah, and she said it's rough, man. They really do slam each other during practice. They still get beat up.
Oh yeah, I don't doubt that.
But
I
I
mean,
gotta
I
make
grew up doing stage combat, so it's just a more intense, serious version of
Yeah.
that. You know, it's like to a degree. But I was just wondering because there's like a lot. There's fighters now that are coming into acting roles after they get done fighting. Like you see, Ronda did it. I'm sure fucking huh?
John
John
Cena.
Cena.
Cena. Oh, but he's
And he's made some pretty good
WWE.
movies,
The Rock
yeah.
is WWE. Yeah. But they're more inept to come into show business because WWE is more that style. You're putting on a show, it's a character, there's a storyline, it's all that kind of thing. Whereas like, Ronda is just came from being a shit talker and a fighter. Same thing with
But
our
sadly,
girl.
sadly, Ronda doesn't have much screen presence.
No.
No, she doesn't.
But
Champ? Like,
What's
isn't she a champ?
I think
What?
she won the
Oh, for
belt,
WWE, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
quote unquote. One.
I mean, yeah, whatever. They took that just to ride that wave.
That's awesome.
But I mean, yeah, it's good for her. Yeah, raking the points. But I mean, I'd like to see more fighters do, like men and women, go into the more creative side of things. I love what Shab did. Shab's doing stand up now. I think that's fucking awesome because it's different and it's good.
That's true, dude. Albert, I've always told you should do like acting and stuff like that. You should have your manager send you out for like acting gigs and like hold
you
guns
know,
and shaking people down.
shout
You can do
out.
that easy, like no problem. And that's the thing what Devin is talking about, man. Everybody learns and who works in other disciplines, like musicians, all these other people. They're like, holy shit, I can make a lot of money and a lot less work acting. Because acting is just personality driven, right? So if you have some kind of personality or fan base or something like that, it's really easy for you to them to slap you into some acting role and people like, I love that movie because I want to see this person.
Yeah, they'll throw you on Ballers or some Peter Berg movie or some random like
totally.
Well, you gotta give a shout out. I was gonna bring this up. Our girl Gina. Gina Carano?
Oh, yeah, she's killing it.
So we just did a film with her, Madness and the Method. Jason Mewes' directorial debut. She plays Jason Mewes' wife.
That's right.
In the movie. And she's fucking hilarious. She's awesome. Yeah.
Did you meet her husband?
She can do her.
I did not. No.
Do you know his name is Kevin Ross? He's a freaking monster in Muay Thai, bro.
Really?
Straight. Look him up, bro. He's
Kevin Ross.
He should be doing some stuff like that, man. He's a killer, bro.
Not gonna lie, I'm just a little bit disappointed she's married, but no, but that's awesome. I see that transition with a lot of people though, and they can make that leap. I think you included, but I wish people would try that more because there's all these varying different personalities. Like Cowboy could be a fucking actor. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like Cowboy could be an actor. I mean, I don't know if Nate could. Because
they should remake Lone Wolf McQuade with Cowboy Cerrone.
Yeah.
That would be good.
That would be good, right? Yep.
I mean, that type of shit would be entertaining. I think it would just help the brand of the sport. I mean, there's not a lot of boxers that get into that, though.
It's gonna happen. I was just thinking about that, even with like professional, like what would you call them? Like NBA, basketball, football, all those guys like that. They're not doing too many movies either.
They don't have much. A lot of those guys don't have that much personality.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I mean that's
you got to be somebody like Michael Strahan.
Michael Strahan, yeah.
Michael Strahan.
But
he got into like commentating afterward though. It wasn't like he went from football to talking about football to like gradually easing into it.
You got to be good. You got to be good enough for people to care about who you are first.
Right.
First and foremost.
Yeah.
And then you transition. You can't just do it.
They do Dancing with the Stars.
Like Pat McAfee.
They also have to bring the bear on every season.
Yo, dude, they have awesome footwork. That's why you see guys like OBJ and all those guys like they'll kill that stuff. Why not do something that they're going to be really good at? You know what I mean?
There was a lot of, I grew up, my aunt owned a dance studio. So I grew up in a dance studio, taking a bunch of dance classes. And we'd have like a bunch of pro athletes, like football players come in and take like lyrical and jazz and sometimes even ballerina to get
footwork,
to get their footwork and their balance in. And to get their, not necessarily posture, but it's more about technique and just being light. Like you do an hour of ballet and then you go run tires. Like you're not touching nothing. Like you're floating over that.
You're doing
you do some fucking
shit.
spins and pirouettes in the air while you're doing it or some shit,
Twinkle toes.
So, all these things cross over. And that's what I was saying about like personality wise. Like you got to be a certain type of mentality to be a fighter. And like you definitely need to be that type of mentality to be in these other creative disciplines. If you're gonna be a fucking rock star and play lead guitar and vocals in fucking AC/DC or something, you gotta like have a certain brain wavelength, gotta go in as a competitive, ready to win, disciplined, also a little bit crazy as fuck, like somebody selling insurance behind a desk is not going to transition to stand-up comedy, but a fucking fighter could, like those types of things.
True.
But again, not all fighters. I mean, not all fighters have personality. It's really about personality and articulation. And I mean, who else watching? Your boy Paul Felder. He was commentating. He's hilarious. He's commentating on stuff. He's fucking funny as fuck. Exactly. Yeah.
Something like Stylebender could possibly do something like that.
Absolutely.
But I mean, like, it's crazy because as you're saying that, like, and you talk about music and rock stars and stuff, like, I feel like fighters, like when you're saying that, like I don't know what I'm gonna do afterwards. I know obviously I'm gonna open an academy. I know my wife likes to cook and stuff, so we're gonna open a restaurant, like that kind of stuff. I want to help out my country a little bit, my mom's country a little bit, but like you start talking about music, and I feel like that would kind of like, I don't know how to play like the guitar, but I would feel like that would kind of like that kind of vibe. Like when I'm sparring, like I'd be down to hear like some like hardcore music and stuff like that. So maybe I can learn how to play an instrument afterwards, and that could be a transition. So like that's kind of like the same thing, and you just pop that into just now. It's crazy.
There you go, planting seeds.
There it is,
all over. What do you got? What do you know about your opponent coming up here?
James Barnes.
I know he's 10-3, and his name is James Barnes.
Do you have any recon about fighting style? You told me today is the first I've ever heard of this dude. I know nothing about him.
No. He's more of a grappler. I think he trains out of, from what I haven't done too much research, but I have a good friend at the UFC gym. He's actually his teammate because I guess he fights for Cobrinha. He fights for Cobrinha. Yeah. Well, like and I also found out he works at the other UFC gym, so that's going to be another cool little ticket seller.
UFC versus UFC gym.
Exactly, UFC gym Torrance versus UFC wherever he's from. I forgot, but he's from another UFC gym. But,
wherever the fuck.
It's all about Torrance, anyways. And there you go. But and Corona's cool too. All right, so but he's a grappler. He's fought about 4 people that I know. He lost to all of them except one. And I know enough to beat him pretty much.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Like there's really the main focus for this fight is just making sure that I'm 100% sharp, mentally focused. Everything's got to be on point, which it is.
Body's good, conditioning's good.
Yeah, man. Like I've gone through multiple injuries this camp, but I worked through them, and thanks to people like my Muay Thai coach, Dr. Park, South Bay Pain Docs in Redondo, Torrance. So like those guys helped me get through all these injuries, man. And then my Turp House CBD, my wife's been rubbing me with Turp House CBD the whole freaking time.
Mm-hmm.
So all this stuff is, man, like we took care of this camp the way I think a professional fighter should. And I'm really excited to go out there and knock this dude out.
Yeah. Their fight is at 135?
Yeah, back at my weight class. My original opponent, I was supposed to be fighting at 150. It's funny. Yeah, because I'm a 35. I fight at 135. I walk around 155.
It's not fair.
They yeah, dude, but you get to eat, like
I'm saying I weigh like 150.
Oh, I feel
and there's no if I you know what I mean? Yeah, exactly.
So they called me originally and they're like, "Yo, man, we have an opponent." I'm like, "Cool, but you have to fight at 140." I was like, who's the opponent? Boom. All right, cool. Let's do it. Yo, like literally like 2 days later, yo, can you do 145? I was like, same opponent? Yeah, for sure.
Done.
And they come back again. They're like, yo, 150.
What?
I'm like, same opponent?
Yeah, get your
They're
shit
like,
together.
yeah. I'm like, dude, let's go. Like, what? Write the weight on the contract and let's go.
Just
like,
do
that's it, man.
Yeah.
Right? I said, yeah. The day that I'm not even getting into detail, but he ended up pulling out, and then they immediately got me this new guy at my weight class. But I was so happy to fight at 150. I was so happy because think about
cheese doodles.
Like he can be as big as he wants, right? He can be I spar with people like, man, I spar with some of the best people in the world, man. My boy Khalil Roundtree is 180. No, actually now he's a 205er. Like obviously he's not really sparring with me because he'd kill me. But we move around and he still hits hard, man. So we move around and he's fighting in Argentina this weekend. So
is he?
Yeah, he's gonna fight at the Buenos Aires card. He's gonna kill it. But yeah, I'm not really worried about that weight class. Like the height difference was definitely a plus. Like, and then I'm just really, really sharp right now, man. So I'm not really worried about who I'm fighting. I just want everything to make sense. But yeah, I wanted to eat because Thanksgiving is on the 22nd, and my fight is on the 24th. So the weigh-ins are the day after Thanksgiving.
Albert, you have a pre-fight ritual? Is there anything that you do right before the fight to get your mind right, get ready to go kill some motherfucker?
I used to, and I'm bringing it back. When my whole amateur career, majority of my pro career till I got to the UFC, I would like go to sleep listening to a bunch of motivational speeches, just constantly. Like I have my set playlist, but then after a while, it just ends up going into whatever the links that it takes it through, right? So it just shuffles through, and then I just end up going to sleep to that stuff. And I listen to it all the way throughout all the way till I get to the fight. Once I get to get into the check-in, I'm in my clothes and all that stuff is just I like to take a nap.
Mm-hmm.
and then just get into break a sweat and start hitting mitts and just getting myself mentally right, man.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing that I do, which is pre-fight, is I never, like, the second I see my opponent, I stare into his eyes and I don't stop looking the whole time.
Little mad dog.
Mad dog to the fullest, bro. And I do it all the way. I do it all the way to the freaking fight. So the weigh-ins, the second we start seeing each other, like even if we haven't even said anything, like he's all the way over there. I'm like,
You got eyes on.
yo, it's almost weird in a way. I don't know where I developed it from, but I just started doing it.
Hey, I would be weirded out, bro.
It's freaky, bro.
I think he's looking at
I remember, dude, this was the last time I did it, but I remembered it was at my first UFC fight, and because we were out of state, we were in Texas. So my opponent is walking, and I see him upstairs, and I look at him, and I'm looking at him through a window, bro, and he's looking at me, and he's just like, "What the fuck?"
Like trying to laser beam him.
Yeah, bro. But like the way I stopped doing it after that fight because I got a draw, and it was like it messed me up. So, but I'm bringing it back. So, but I just know
Rituals are good.
Yeah, bro. When I'm in the cage, if you watch any of my older fights, my whole thing is I'm looking at the person the whole time. Doesn't matter what he's doing. Doesn't matter what I'm doing. My face stays at him the whole time. And so every time he looks away, I know that he broke.
Yeah.
So and then guess what? When he looks away, I'm still looking at him. And so every single time he starts to look away all the time, like every second at that point. And then I'm just looking at him. I'm still there. No matter what, I'm still there. And then when that bell rings, I just go right and then I smack you in your face. and that's just how it goes.
The chain comes up and
I stopped doing that. And that's coming back this fight. That's why it's going to be a fun night.
There you go.
Yeah,
hey,
baby.
why don't right now to give your opponent a little taste? Why don't you go into the camera and start a me mug? Give him a little taste. Give him a little taste.
That's
well
the
done,
fight, brother.
well done. I know, well done. Is there things over the past couple of years that you've been fighting that you said, oh, I see this in my fighting now, let me adjust and let me fix it and let me do better? Like, what are some of those examples that in the past you've been like, maybe I can tune this up a little bit more, and you did it and then it helped you out? Like, maybe this is just longevity. I'm just wondering, like, because you've been in the game 6 years, man. That's a long time to learn. You got some wisdom, more so than a lot of other people. And I think that, like, an up-and-coming fighter, if there's, like, something they could take away, be like, yo, check this. This happened to me. Dude, I don't know. Is there anything like that?
Constantly, man. It's just all about growth, like in anything, but especially in martial arts. Like, if you stick at it, like, if you continuously go every day, or if you continuously go, even if it's once a week, it might take longer, but if you just keep it up, you're always going to learn something. And it's crazy because I find myself learning stuff that I learned like when I first started, like relearning all the stuff that I used to work on and making that better, because at the end of the day, you find out that like the foundation is everything. If you have a soft foundation, you're going to crumble.
Yeah.
And so it's just crazy how, just constantly learning, but it always reverts back to the basics, which makes it better.
Absolutely.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Andre always says, our professor always says that the person who has the chance to beat like a super high level, crazy modern jiu-jitsu person is someone that has really awesome fundamentals and basics.
It's the hardest thing to do.
Exactly. And that's almost in everything, right? Exactly.
Every hardest thing to do. That's why I like the Gracie Academy. Those guys don't compete, but when it comes to a fight, their foundation is so strong. And it performs perfectly for fights, for MMA fights.
Was he like the longest reigning champion or anything like that?
No,
or anything?
he was just the first to win it.
Just the first. Okay, 'cause I remember he's kicking everybody. As big dudes, little dudes, skinny dudes, fat dudes.
That was during the time when we were talking about like martial art versus martial art. Like it was like all these guys. Now everybody
does a little bit of everything. Yeah.
But it's funny though. I mean, it's like style versus style. It's hard to differentiate style from the person and the artist, right? Because I mean, if you train LeBron James to do fucking Muay Thai, and you had him doing,
that would be scary.
That would be super scary.
Dude, there's some humans that should not have training,
right? Exactly.
For the safety of the rest of us.
I think it's like the mentality, dude, that someone is born with. Like LeBron, like if LeBron James wanted to do MMA, he'd be a monster.
Oh my god, he'd be tapping.
Can you imagine
if he just jiu-jitsu, he'd be tapping out black belts in like a year.
For sure,
right?
For sure,
he could stand up and box with the Klitschko's. He's 6'8", 250.
Yeah, exactly.
He'd be a monster, right?
Vladimir.
but he'd have to want to do that.
Yeah.
Like it's not like I don't even like getting punched in the face.
I
bro.
once
That's one of the things about
Brock.
Brock. Brock never liked it that much. Brock.
Nobody does.
Yeah, when you
Nobody
Brock was
does.
always like, "Ow, fuck!"
There's just like
I'm
I
sorry. That would be me.
don't think anybody likes to get punched in the face,
No.
but there's just something that's just like keep going. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
there's something about winning. Like I feel like fighting is dope because it's the ones. Well, now there's tennis and stuff like that, but I mean, no, tennis is
Yeah, it's
awesome, bro.
almost the same. Yeah.
Tennis is awesome. No, I mean what I'm talking about is like it's a one-on-one sport.
right,
You don't
okay.
depend on
Mhm.
anybody.
Uh-huh.
If you lose, it was because
No one to
you
blame. Yeah.
missed out on those
yeah.
sprints, or if you
Yeah.
freaking didn't go to jiu-jitsu class. Like that's
Right.
why I love fighting.
Right.
And it's a whole bunch of things too, man.
Yeah. You can't be really out of touch with yourself and be a fighter. You have to be very honest with yourself on many
Mhm.
levels because you can't.
If you want to
Yeah,
be a
it's-
champion,
Yeah.
because there's a lot of fighters, even in the UFC, in the highest level, that think they're fighters and they're not fighters.
Takes a lot of mental fortitude to keep going back.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Do you have a favorite style you like to just train on and casually? Like, let's say like 20, 30 years down the road, you're obviously not going to be in the octagon anymore. At least I'd hope.
Jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, like do you have something like oh, I like to go hit mitts. Oh, I like to go roll. Oh, I like to, just go do cardio or lift. Or what is it? Jiu-jitsu?
Hands down. Hands down. But I've thought about my bad, Jeff. I thought about that like recently too, because like now I'm kind of finding myself loving all of it. But jiu-jitsu is definitely for life, man. I got it tattooed on my hands. I want to be a Carlson Gracie Bulldog for life. I say MMA is just my job. Jiu-jitsu is for the rest of my life.
Word.
There you go. Well, is there anything you'd like to say about your upcoming fight? You want to give shout outs? You want to let the people know where to find you? Anything like that?
How to
You got
get
any
tickets,
words for
anything?
your fucking opponent?
Mhm.
Like, what do you want? What do you got, man? Let's close this down because I want to get to having some fun after hours with our sponsor here. By the way, everyone shout out to Dipstick Vapes and the Dipper, where you can load all your cannabis and CBD products into and vaporize. So go to dipstickvape.com. Shameless plug. I know. No, but before we wrap out, seriously, Albert, thank you for being here. But go ahead, look into the camera, tell everybody where to find you, what you want to say. You got new fight coming up, November 24th, fucking Los Angeles Forum.
At the forum.
Golden Boy Promotions, Golden Boy MMA. Albert, what do you got to say, brother?
That was a really dope intro. Thank you. But I just want to say nothing to my opponent, man. Just be there, please. Just be there. I respect you for taking the fight. Thank you, and just be there. Sponsors, man, that's the biggest. Oh, can I shout out my sponsor?
Absolutely, please.
Cool.
We'll throw links in the description of the video too.
Awesome. I have 3, right? So I have Terp. Well, I'm not going to say that because we're going to be.
No, say whatever.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Terp House CBD, they've been helping me out tremendously, man. I feel like I wouldn't have got over many of my injuries because of that. Like this fight is going down because of you guys.
So that's a CBD product,
right?
Yeah,
All right, so this is just a device.
that where you can smoke it out of and stuff.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
So
Okay.
they don't make product. They're just a device to consume.
Just making sure you're
Yeah.
not even don't.
Yeah, no, and it wouldn't matter regardless. We'll yeah, bro, it's us.
Right. For sure,
Come on,
for
we
sure.
got you.
No Reason, producer of all Warrior gear. They got a bunch of dope gear, man. Just always remember what your reason is if you guys are watching this podcast, right? And that's what the message of the whole thing. And Team Warrior. What else do I got? Oh, and Macro Life Naturals. Those guys just hooked me up, man. And honestly, they're making this weight drop off like butter, bro. I'm on a 3-day cleanse, or I was on a 3-day cleanse, and I've lost about 5 pounds in like 3 days.
So what is that exactly? It's like a supplement for cleansing.
No, it's actually just it's just all the essential greens that you need on a daily basis. It's just
Oh,
a green
okay.
powder, right? But they make greens, they make reds, they make vegan and non-vegan protein, and it's like all clean, all good stuff, man. They're out here, and I think they're in Santa Monica. And I reached out to them because I felt like I wasn't eating enough greens in my diet, and I can't stand eating. I don't care.
Vegetables.
I don't like. Like some salads, I have to be in the mood for a salad, but I need, I need all my greens. I felt like I was lacking something, so I asked them, and they were more than
Nah,
happy.
fuck salads, man.
Yeah,
Sorry.
fucking leaves.
Yeah.
Hard.
Rabbit
So I can
food.
just drink it, bro. I can just chug it, man. I've chugged
Don't look at me
worse
like
things
that.
in a bar, so I could handle that stuff. Yeah, and Those are my 3 main sponsors for want versus need always. And then also tickets. That's the big thing, right? I want to talk about tickets for the
Sell
fight.
it.
Yeah.
Sell it, right? The biggest thing is I'm trying to bring on everybody part of Team Warrior. Team Warrior is everything to me, man. It's not me, it's our whole squad. And so the way I'm doing this, like I want new people coming in as well. So for anybody that buys a ticket, and the tickets go from 56, 106, and 156, I'm going to be doing a free seminar. Or so you buy a ticket, get the seminar, or buy a seminar, get a ticket. We're going to open up Black House, which is a private gym, my gym.
Black House.
And I'll be teaching a seminar, and you guys can be a part of Team Warrior, man. We're going to sell gear, and also my wife's going to be cooking. My wife is Joyful Mommy on Instagram, and she makes bomb food and she helps me. She's done meal prep, so if you guys want
Meal preps and ready to go meals, right? Yeah,
she's
exactly.
dope.
Yeah.
So she's going to be cooking tacos, and that's her main thing. Like, she loves the meal prep stuff, but she likes making good food. So she's going to be making tacos, and like I said, you're going to get, like, it's going to be dope. We're going to open the gates to Jurassic Park, which is Black House, somewhere that not a lot of people get to go see. So
For real, dude. Yeah,
if you guys want to check that out.
Look, LA, come out, show some love. Yo, we got fucking Thanksgiving weekend. That weekend, you're in town, you ain't doing shit, you're angry at your family, you're talking politics, you want to get out your rage, go to the forum and watch some fighters do it for you.
Yes.
There ain't no reason to cause an argument across the dinner table. Vent it through others. Anyways,
Let other
go
people
wa-
punch
go-
each other in the face for you.
go watch Albert triumph. All right, Albert, thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you.
Bert, why don't you? We'll go around the circle. Plug us out, brother. What are you plugging? What show are you here to promote?
I'm always here to promote the Fight Dub, baby, because everyone knows the first rule of Fight Dub, which is everybody talks about Fight Dub. All right.
What's the second rule of Fight Dub?
Everybody talks about Fight Dub. So get ready for some more Fight Dub. Albert, you are our first guest. We love you, man. We're going to have you back on right after the fight. And we got more dub in the can and up and coming. Is that right, Dev?
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, oh, yeah. No, of course, we got
Carl, by the way, for all of you listening, Carl was literally just spinning in his chair. It's on me now.
The Homer Simpson moment.
But, of course, Mr. City Enforcer, always check out the Ding Dong Show at the Comedy Store on Mondays at 10 o'clock, also on YouTube. Check out GT's Comedy Jam. We do 2 comedy shows a month. Always doing that at great places like, wherever the fuck they're at. And also check out, on Netflix, we got, what's that movie called?
The Clapper?
Oh, yeah, we got The Clapper. The Clapper. I'm in that with Mickey Gooch and all the great talent that we got. We also got Office Uprising, where we're doing the zombie thing. And coming out in several months, we got a great movie, which I forget what it's called. I don't know. I think my weed is really kicking in right now.
You're just spinning in your chair.
I'm just kind of messy. Anyway, Cross Wars 3. See that shit with Danny Trejo, Brian Austin Green, and Juhan Jones, and me getting killed, baby.
He remembered.
Yeah.
And the ladies to my left.
Hey guys, it's Gabby Shake. You can follow me on Instagram. Don't forget to watch Hermione Granger and the Quarter Life Crisis on YouTube, and check out the Princess Collective series on Instagram.
Hi, it's Casey.
Hi, Casey.
You can follow me at Casey Persich on Instagram. That is KASEYPERCICH. It's like you're itching your handbag.
Perfect. She's here too. You can follow me on Instagram at TMcD with 2 underscores. Devin's already got 1 foot out the door.
There you go. Sailor_Dev. But more importantly,
BJJ
go.
Daddy. Sorry.
There you go. Go,
Gotta get
all
it.
the links in the description, obviously. So, by the way, you guys can go to our website and see all of our other shows. Obviously, we got Fight Dub up there, but we just got Film History, the history of film. We just did our Reefer Madness episode, so enjoy that funkiness for Halloween that just passed. But also, we got the Mix and Serve. So, that's going to be plugging away up there. And if you want clips or you want to see the video of us in this lovely studio, big shout out to Dash here and the lovely Ground Zero here in Hollywood. You go to our YouTube page and we got all the clips, we got behind the scenes, we got the goods. So like, subscribe, follow us, and if you don't, then whatever.
Download Dash Talk X.
Yep, Dash Talk X. Shout out. I mean, obviously you're listening to it here, but we love our Dash channel.
Hopefully.
We got you. Skip Bags Radio.
mic is muted. I need an assistant. Anyway. But we build while we fly. That's why we do this game. So we're moving into our next segment. I hope you guys enjoyed that previous interview that we did with Albert the Warrior Morales. He actually, you heard him talking at an interview, right? Now that interview was right before the pandemic, like 4 to 5 years ago. Back then, he was in the UFC and he had some trouble and he was fighting his way back in. Well, if you go to his social media now, he is full-fledged on whooping ass and he is accomplishing all the dreams and goals he talked about on the show. And that's the real reason I play those videos, because I want y'all to see like not only like the end result, but where it starts at. A lot of the people you're going to see in these videos I show you, they're all, I'd say about 70% of them are kicking ass at what they're doing right now. And this was 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago, some of these videos. So that's the reason I play those videos at the beginning. It's great work we did. Actually, this is one of our movies called The Head Thieves that we did. All kinds of, we had hats. We had shirts. This is Johnny Bananas. If you ever seen that villain show, Johnny Bananas, he was in our movie. Man, I'm telling you, man. Anyway, we back at it though. So we're gonna get into our next set of noodle-free news, which is sponsored but not sponsored by CNN News. So I'm going to check that out, go through the news, see what we got going on. I hope you guys are ready for your holiday. I am going to go back to Philly, unfortunately, for Christmas. And check that out, New Year's, check that out, bye-bye. And then come back to LA and get back to work. You know what I'm saying? We got missions to complete. We ain't got time to be playing around. Let's see what we got here. Let me get to CNN. And blah, 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 blah. There's too much going on here. Okay, U.S. news. All right. Let me share this. Make that little window. This thing. And you know what? I'm going to stick that logo in the middle, and I think I'm going to sit to the side. That might look dope. Let me see if it covers up the video too much. Even though CNN.com hasn't hated on me. They're pretty cool, man. But you never know, eh? Sometimes motherfuckers want to be bitches about shit. Fucking humans, they suck. We'll leave it alone for now. We'll see how it works. How would I sit? Like right here? Okay, let's see what this is like. Camera's there, huh? Well, we'll deal with that. Whatever. But let's check out some stories on CNN News. They're trying to sell us an Audi, so buy an Audi for Christmas. All right, so noodle-free news. Basically, the concept is I go through a few stories, read over it. I look for stories that I think are ridiculous, basically dumb stuff that are going to tease, make fun of, make sarcastic jokes about, but still go through the story because we want to inform while we act stupid and educate. So let's see what is going on here. The Army is investigating the passing of 2 drill sergeants in 8 days at Fort Jackson. What the hell is going on there? Okay, this sounds like some noodle stuff, guys. I really need some hydration. Anyway, for the second time in a little over 1 week, an Army drill sergeant has been found dead at Fort Jackson in South Carolina. Staff Sergeant Zachary Melton, 30, who was at 1st Battalion, 34th Infantry Regiment, was found unresponsive in his car on Saturday after he failed to report to work, military officials said Monday in a news release. Our thoughts are with his family and the soldiers of the Always Forward Battalion during this very emotional time. Fort Jackson's commanding general, Brigadier General Jason E. Kelly, said. Melton's death comes in a little over 1 week after another drill sergeant was found dead at the fort, which is the Army's primary basic combat training facility. On December 8th, Staff Sergeant Alan M. Bertram, 34, a drill sergeant with the 2nd Battalion in the 13th Infantry Regiment, was found dead after he didn't report for work. This is twice. Are they taking that fentanyl? Allegedly, I'm not saying they did, but military guys like to party. They're hanging out with characters. They might think they're messing with something else. I wonder what it is. The Army Criminal Investigation Division investigating both deaths. According to the Army, there is no evidence of foul play in Bertram's death. The Army is providing chaplains, stupid, chaplains, behavioral health personnel to the members of the units, and the military branch said. Milton's unit graduated last basic training cycle Thursday. Sounds like he was celebrating. If they just graduated in the last basic training cycle a week before that last week, he's probably partying, man. Anyway, Huntsville, Alabama. He had been in the Army for more than 10 years, but they were probably celebrating after the graduation, right? He's a drill sergeant. Bertram, who was from Cleveland, Alabama. You want to talk about two fucked up places who had a baby? I'm from Cleveland, Alabama. God damn, nigga, you must be fucked up. I'm sorry to make jokes about it. Sorry, man. RIP to the guy. I had to make a little joke. Cleveland, Alabama? Damn. Right? That's part of the noodle part. It's like, I gotta act silly. He spent 12 years in the Army and had been deployed to Kuwait. Man, I know some people that survived in Kuwait. This guy had a pretty light-skinned girlfriend who was like two-faced. So one side of her face was beautiful, and the other side of her face was scarred. He said there was like one of those IUD things went off and like burnt her face. But she was like this 6 foot tall, beautiful, light-skinned woman. He ended up marrying her. His name was Ken Bull. He used to tell me crazy stories about when they would get attacked. Man, that Iraq-Iran war in Kuwait and all that stuff, man. Crazy. But for 8 months, he served in Korea for 12 months, according to the Army. Fort Jackson's near Columbia, South Carolina, which my family is from South Carolina. These are South Carolina slave jeans you're looking at right here. Stillwater, South Carolina, to be correct. And it's the home of more than 3,500 active duty soldiers. So they're not really talking about it. It sounds like he was having fun partying. Now, there's two options, right? It could be he was totally clean, but you know, everybody that's in the military, they had to get that little needle thing, the jiggity jab, the jiggity jiggity jab, jiggity jab, jiggity jiggity jab. You know that? The jiggity jiggity jab, jiggity jiggity jiggity, the jab, right? Some people, I think it was a 0.1% chance, very small number. I don't think it was even 1%. It was like 0.1 or maybe I don't even think it was 0.0. I think it was 0.1%. But they say 0.1% of people who have pre-existing conditions or a tendency may have some sort of heart arrhythmia from it. But there's other stressors similar to the whole George Floyd situation, right? Some people say he had things in his body, but the stress of the cops, the stress of him leaning on, it's the combination of things that make people get sick or die. It's never one thing, except for a bullet, or a knife, but it's never really one thing that takes you out, logically. It's usually if you get sick or something out of the blue, it's a combination of things that have built up, and that's why what happens to you. So a lot of times people got the jab or maybe a bad combination of drugs or purchased a bad drug, maybe doing too much. Maybe he thought he was taking something to wake himself up, and then somebody put some fentanyl in it, because there are a lot of passings from that, because there's a lot of fake drugs out there. Kids, stay away from these fake drugs. I mean, I guess my recommendation is make it yourself. Past that, don't buy, don't trust fake drugs. These pills and these powders, man, just get something. Marijuana is legal in most states now. Get your medical card, man. Drink your drink. Smoke some marijuana. Get you some American Spirits cigarettes. They natural. They made from tobacco, no additives. Okay, healthy, and it helps the Native Americans. So do that. But man, yeah, leave all this crazy stuff alone. Now, if you youngin' in Hollywood, I know you crazy. I know I can't stop you, but just make sure you trust the people you deal with, because I know of personally about 8 people that have passed from a combination of this fentanyl crap and whatnot, and the wake up stuff that the people in the 80s used to use, that stuff, a combination of that, because they're selling it now, and then they take those pills, the Xannies and the opioids. They take the opioids, and they take them all at the same time. And then, like, they're just in bad health. Or some people have been drinking lean for years. And my one friend in past, he'd been drinking lean for years. So it's all these different ways people pass. So that's probably why they died. It probably wasn't foul play. It was probably just a weird medical quirk. And they passed away. Hopefully it wasn't the jab and it wasn't any hard drugs. It was just coincidence. And 2 young men just passed, unfortunately, RIP. So, gentlemen, I know I made my jokes, but that is actually very sad. Shout out to our warriors that fight for us every day. It's a shame they keep sending them off to places where they're wasting their time. They should be here helping us rebuild this country and this infrastructure, not abroad defending rich men's oil lines and ports and trying to trick people out of billions. Talking about Ukraine, talking about they running out of missiles. So what? You better go buy some more with your own lunch money. Anyway, let's see. Confederate memorial removal. Now this is interesting. I'm gonna talk about. So I understand the whole thing about people wanting to get rid of the old Confederate statues. It's a memorial. I guess it celebrates something bad. Now I kind of like them because it's a reminder, right? See, if you take down all the statues of the guys that were like bad dudes, you can't have that moment when you're walking in the city and people are like, oh man, racist. There's no people. They would never celebrate a racist. Nobody would ever celebrate a guy that had slaves. Nobody would ever celebrate somebody that didn't matter. Like there's going to be a statue of Bibi Netanyahu somewhere. Hint, hint, right? There's going to be statues of guys that you're going to like, he would never, right? But let's say you took the statue down 100, 200 years goes by. It's like, I have never seen a statue there. No, I ain't no guy going to put no statue up of somebody that did something like that. Right? And then come to find out, now you can't prove to them the questionability of society for correction because everything's been perfect, right? And this will be the New World Order thing. But if you leave the statues up, you can always walk the kids down somewhere or take a person somewhere or just turn around and point. You say, you see that guy right there? About 150 years ago, they considered him the greatest man alive. Now we know everything about him, and he was the dirtiest, grimiest, slipping down to the slave quarters, getting some booty type of guy. So that's why the Confederate Memorial things are coming down at Arlington Cemetery, which is overpassed over people. They paused it. That's good because I mean it's in the cemetery. You're gonna rip something out of the cemetery? Have you people no souls? I mean, how much? They talk so much about like God and religion and all this stuff, and you're gonna rip something out of us, dude. Leave it alone, bro. It's what you do. You know how many people are under there from the mobsters in DC? They're like, yeah, we're gonna bury him under the friggin' statue. Where's it at? He's like in the friggin' government cemetery, right? No, don't dig that up. That's not funny. That's not good. All right, I'm off this story. We pretty much get the gist of this. We know what it's about. People want to tear the statues down. I kind of want to leave them up as a reminder so people don't forget. Because they're trying to change the books in schools. They don't want to do critical race theory. You take down all the statues, I don't know, man. You almost got no proof. I need reparations first. Then you can take the statues down. Melt them down for change for all the brothers once we get rich. You know what I'm saying? Rich. Anyway. Let's see what other stupid stories we got. What time we got? We still got a good time. I'm going to look for some more stories. More than 400 J-Bro facilities received false threats. Now, this is ridiculous. Now, I'm going to tell you something, Americans. Just because you don't agree with what the right-wing government is doing down in Israel, do not mistreat your fellow Americans, even if they say some rude things to you. We're still on the same American boat, sharing the same economy. Our cities are overrun. There are drug addicts in the street. 400 false threats. 400. Now, there are 350 million people here. 400 is not a lot in that perspective, right? It's probably one person in every city, theoretically, right? But still. Should have been two. Should have been one. Should have been any. You know what I mean? Like, dude, get up and get on the boat and go over there. Man, come on, man. Don't waste your time doing foolish things like this just to torture people. Be positive with your energy. Use your energy for good. This is noodle stuff right here. This is some noodle stuff. I get it. You upset. You don't like what Netanyahu is doing. They can't control him. A lot of those people don't agree with this, especially the more religious J-Bros. There's a biological J bro that's by lineage of blood, and then there's a religious J bro. Like that's why you see Whoopi Goldberg and them converting to J bro, right? So there's two kinds of J bros, and you got the double J bro who's got the biology and they stand up to the religion. That's like a double J bro. Right? That's like a J bro that you don't want to get locked in a room with. I don't care if he's 5'3". He's a tiger. I think P. Diddy's a double J bro. I'm stupid, right? But yeah, don't do this, y'all. Don't do this. Use your energy for good. You guys, with the trolling and the internet and the fussing, guys, you guys waste so much energy on nonsense. Use your energy for good. Make a video. Start a live stream. Do a little 20-minute show. Teaching people how to properly troll. I don't know. Sell classes on how to troll. Come on, man. That ain't it. That ain't it. What you should do is start an independent political party in your own city and get people like that you don't want in those places voted and moved in or out. See, give yourself some power. See, that's what you should do. Don't waste your energy fussing and fighting and marching and causing trouble. You need to go start your own parties, vote for your own people, put your own mayors and city councilmen in and all that. Yeah. You don't just got to vote for president. You can put, like, I could be the black party. And you could have a black party mayor of one city. He won't be a Democrat, won't be a Republican, just be the black party mayor. Or he'd be the independent libertarian mayor or the Green Party mayor. That's all we got to do. All we got to do. That's what I'm saying. Anyway, new stuff. Guys, don't harass people, your fellow Americans. That's ridiculous. Don't punish the regular J bros who have no control. Just like you have no control over government politics, they don't over there. Bibi has been, look, I have known about Bibi Netanyahu. I'm 48. I've known about Bibi Netanyahu since I was 10 years old. My mom used to babysit for a J bro. He was a doctor. She used to work for him. We used to babysit. I actually had two J bro little sisters. They used to call them my sisters and whatnot. E and K. We won't say their full names, but I had two J bro sisters actually. Well, because we were there all the time when they were kids, so I'm like, we're technically family. But anyway, one day he was like, "Oh yes, BB, I love him so much." And now I was a kid, and I used to see stuff, and I said, "No, that's BB, dude. He kind of remind me of like Ronald Reagan and Bush, the first Bush, and all that." I don't know, man. You saying he the dude, but I like Muammar Gaddafi or somebody Fidel. They seem cool, but I don't know. He seemed like he down with them, like right. And so ever since I was a little kid, I never felt right about BB. And his name sounds like somebody else named Yahoo, you know what I'm saying? Or somebody named Bob, you know what I'm saying? So his name even sounds kind of scary, like some end of the world, I'm the anti, whatever you want to call it, right? So I never liked the guy, man. And he's just a right-wing scumbag, pumping money to his homies, dominating, doing his thing, working the war machine. He's helping the bad guys while helping the good guys, doing just what he's one of those guys. But don't be mad at your J bros with J fros or my Palestinian guys. These people are just innocents involved in rich men's games. So don't torture each other. Torture the rich guys. Focus on the rich guys. Focus on the guys in power when you want to troll. Call the congressman office 50 times because you don't want him to vote for something. Do that. That's the kind of trolling that changes America. You call as a constituent to your congressman and councilman, like you do these little stupid calls like this and tell them, hey, I'm not voting for you. And they get 14,000 of those phone calls. Guess what? That bill's getting passed. Do that. So there's a lesson with that. What else we got going on here? A road to paradise paved in misery. Oh my God. So apparently this story is about every relationship I've ever had up until this point in life. Let's see what this one is. Wow. A road to paradise paved in misery. Jesus Christ. 4 Pepperdine students are the latest to leave the world on Malibu's broken highway. I live out here in Los Angeles. We used to go out here to Malibu because my skip bags homie used to live out there. So we used to actually pass Pepperdine. Number one, if you ain't never been out to Pepperdine, you want to see some fine, high quality women's from all over the country. Go to Pepperdine, bruh. Go out to Malibu, stop by Pepperdine, stop by a burger spot, and just be like, yo, shotgun. and like, woo. Pepperdine got some fine honeys. But a sad place, but a nice place. They actually got good sports teams, and that's actually in Malibu. Do you realize you could have went to college in Malibu, California? If I'd have known the school Pepperdine when I was going to college instead of Hampton University, if I'd have known Pepperdine was in Malibu, California, oh man, I'd applied in. That's not even a big school. If I could have got in, no problem. Just because I'm black. They're like, man, we only got 3 black people here. Come on, girl. Come on for free. We'll even give you the 4 white girls to go with it. Give you 4 white. Oh, that's not a funny joke. There's 4 people. I'm sorry. RIP to the people. That's not funny. That was coincidence. But so apparently, this is the same street that Bruce Jenner also had his accident on, or Caitlyn, as you know him now, them now, right? This is the same street, the same picture you see. This is the same street that Bruce Caitlyn Jenner had his accident on it and also took somebody out, right? They were turning. He wasn't looking. He was like his phone. He hit him like the back in that middle part. If you see that middle lane in the part, that's where Bruce Jenner did his work. So apparently something bad happened. Let's read this story. Let's get serious for a second. Let me roll this up a little more so I can read it better and sit to the side a little bit, probably because I'm not in the logo. Okay. If not for, oh my God, I was talking about girls too. I didn't even write the story yet. Wow. If not for a late cheer team meeting on Tuesday night in October, Pepperdine University senior would have been with her 4 best friends. Okay, so the meeting stopped it. 3 were her roommates. So they had one of those suites with multiple people heading to an off-campus mixer. It's going to have some fun. I should have been there. Usually would have been there. I just picture them in the car on the way there. I knew they were listening to music and they were singing along. The girls parked and were walking along the Pacific Coast Highway when prosecutors say a BMW going 104 miles an hour. Let me tell you something. I had a homeboy that was really rich, and he would have like those I-8 BMWs, like those spaceships that cost like $90,000, $100,000, and like Maseratis, and he would get to drive all these. And sometimes he would take us in the cars, and he would drive like that out in Malibu. Well, apparently somebody with a dope BMW was doing 104 miles an hour. I think the speed limit is like 55, maybe there. You know what? Not, and it's like 3-4 lanes. It's good space. But yeah, But it do be a lot of traffic. So they were. Man, this is hard to read right here. I know exactly what happened. I need a second here. Because I just got a picture of what happened. RIP again to these ladies. Man, I actually kind of felt that. I'm a little emotional. Anyway, because I've been in one of these cars out here with these people that got really expensive cars, and they drive like this all over the city. I'm talking about down the main streets, down Worcester Board. I'm talking about you like. This is what can happen when you speed, kids. I used to do dumb stuff like this even when I was young in Philly, but I didn't have the kind of cars they have here. I had like old regular mom cars. So I can only do so much. But these guys, man. So what happened was going 104 miles an hour, slammed into several parked cars before hitting and taking out Naima Ralston, Peyton Stewart, Asher Weir, and Deslin Williams. All Pepperdine seniors. All about to graduate. Just about to graduate. Celebrating. Y'all better stop speeding in cars out there. I'm getting emotional. I ain't gonna lie to you. This is a horrible story, guys. I'm sorry. This is some noodle stuff. The person driving this car, this is some noodle stuff. This is what speeding gets you. When you're wilding and doing your thing and acting like the Hollywood. 4 college seniors. 18, ready to go out and challenge the world. Finishing graduation from Pepperdine in Malibu, California. Man, you want to talk about the sky was the limit for these young ladies. Anyway, they're on the way to meet up with the girls. They text. She got a text. They said, "Can't find your homegirls. They're not here." They said there was a lot of police somewhere. Nobody could get by. She's out there at 3 a.m. just calling anybody. They got an email from the school the next day. The next morning, an email from the school confirmed that news that Lily crushed the world. Felt like huge holes in her heart. Desmond was Thompson's first friend at Pepperdine. First friend, probably her first roommate when she first got there. Pepperdine's Naeem was like her other half. Asha was wise behind her years, and Peyton was the most selfless person she ever met. Thompson told CNN she cried all day. She felt really alone because it's literally just me. But I'm thankful that she could be here to make change for him. And look at that, a very diverse, a sister what looks to be an Indian or Latina chick and two Caucasian ladies. I mean, this is literally the full diaspora of femininity that was lost here. Sweetie on the right, so young, she got braces. Getting her teeth pretty and white. Like, you see how her teeth are straight? They might not be so pretty no more, but they're straight, right? Kind of. I had braces for years. Teeth going, pretty teeth. Some fool doing 104 miles an hour, hit some goddamn cars, and took out these wonderful young ladies. Thompson is a malnose, demanding safety changes along with the iconic Pacific Coast Highway in Malibu. She helped dedicate a memorial on the scenic highway, which stretches the California coastline, featuring 58 white tires, one for each of the lives lost on the road in Malibu since 2010. So 58 people have passed away in the last 13 years. That is 5 people a year go down on Malibu. Basically, if you ever heard of the Autobahn in Germany, people treat the Pacific Coast Highway like the Autobahn. I can even maybe understand late at night when there's nobody out there, 3 o'clock in the morning. But they'd be doing this like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. You see these girls, they were just coming fresh off of class. It's probably 6, 7 o'clock. This is prime time. Probably was even somebody going to the same party. Going to the same party. Think about that. Some guy they would have met and thought was cool because he had a dope car. This one hit me pretty good, man. Don't speed, guys. 40 miles an hour is enough to take somebody out. 40 miles an hour. Anyway, let me see what else we got here. I'm going to finish this up because this is good stuff. So they tried to fix everything. Let's see what they got in here. Of course, they have a curve. That's a problem. Here's the sign right here with the white tire. They call Dead Man's Curve. In Philadelphia, you have a street like this called Lincoln Boulevard where everybody got in an accident. I myself has been in an accident. It's a map. Yeah. All right. So, all right. All right. That's good enough. That's some noodle stuff. Do not speed, guys. Speeding is noodle. Speeding is noodly. Man, that was cold-blooded, Jack. Dang. That's cold. I messed my head up. What time we at? All right, we got a couple of minutes here. Let's see if there's any stories. Judge denies second attempt to dismiss case. 13-year-old kid. Man, look at all this violence. Another person using a weapon. A 13-year-old was planning to attack a synagogue. Sex offenders escaping, but captured. First-year medical student was learning about ultrasounds, found something unexpected about her own health. Oh, I don't even read. These stories are sad. All right, we got to look at some fluff. Alex Jones is going to pay the Sandy Hook families $55 million. Now, this is something to talk about. When he was going through that whole it's fake, there's actor stuff, let me tell you something. Things may be agitated, they may be facilitated, but they're usually not but so fake. Now, 9/11, but usually when it's involving actual people with actual families and mothers and fathers and the children that are documented. Take that as serious, guys. Don't everything is not that fake, and what he did, he came out of his mouth and tried to say all the Sandy Hook stuff was just like a movie. With the actors, and they say, oh, let's picture the same guy at all the events. There might be a couple of people that are agitators, but but it's not. Sometimes it is just real, guys. But he's got to pay $55 million, and hopefully they'll take it. That's some noodle stuff he did. Don't do noodle stuff. It costs you $55 million. Boy, tripping. All right, this is a fluff story. The first baby African elephant born in Disney's Animal Kingdom in 7 years. Wow. First elephant in 7 years. Is it concerning that in a modern world with all the technology we have, the animals in captivity live longer? But 7 years without a baby? Is that kind of like when a woman doesn't, or people don't want to bring a child into the world because the world is so damaged? Did the elephant feel like, oh man, I don't want to bring no baby up in here? Man, oh, somebody done got your boy pregnant. Like, is that how the elephant was? Oh, somebody got your girl pregnant up in here. Man, I wasn't trying to get no kid, man. 7 years before a daggone baby. That's crazy. Well, look at that. That's beautiful. And a good spin, the renewal of life. And that's the one thing we got to remember, the circle of life. Energy comes, energy goes, energy comes, energy goes. What is lost one day will be gained back another day somewhere in the universe. All right, so I'm going to call that the end of the news segment. That one story about Malu got me a little sad. But the elephant got us back on track, so that's positive. That's positive. What is this norovirus? Okay, you know what? Let's click on it. North Carolina health officials investigate over 240 cases of suspected norovirus linked to a sushi restaurant. No, we're going to sell this shit. I'm wrong for that. They just weak stomach. You got weak stomach. All right, this is sounding so racist. I'm sorry. Do not cancel me. I'm not even big enough to cancel yet. Do not cancel me. I'm just making fun of the fact that they gave 241 complaints of being sick. But this is clear food poisoning. Something probably was off temperature. And one guy got sick before his wedding. So that was probably the big one. They ruined his wedding. Something called the norovirus, which is just a simple stomach bug. Okay, bad food. So there's rules. Fish and chicken should never touch, should never be cooked or kept on the same thing. Always be maintained at a temperature. And you only can defrost and unfrost and defrost them, like, I think it's 2 times maybe. I think after the 3rd time, the next time you defrost it, it's going to be like, as soon as you defrost it, it's going to immediately start going to poop. If you forget about it for a couple hours or you sit in a place, like some people have prepared food at restaurants, and they'll do something like put a tray under it that has ice on it. Well, while people are working, it gets really hot in the kitchen, and the ice under the food melts. So it looks like it's being kept cool, but you're working and you're kind of going, and they've probably done it a bunch of times before, but it's probably something that's been kept or recycled too many times, and then it got warm. And then they probably had a really big night, a really, really, really big night. Served the whole wedding party, bunch of other people, this, that, and the third, blah, 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 blah. 241 people in the next day, probably a whole day's worth of work. And it was probably just overheated. And that's how you can get sick. So if you ever run a restaurant, keep those things in mind. Refrigeration, cleanliness, keep your chicken away from your fish. And try not to hire criminals. Or people that like to eat. People that like to eat will destroy your business. Don't you hire no greedy person at your restaurant. We had this one guy when I used to work at Old Country Buffet as a young man. I was a busboy, a cook, and a dishwasher, right? My homie was named Glenn, who was this light-skinned. He actually looked like T.I.'s son. He looked like a 6'4" version of T.I.'s son. big old pink weirless, goofy looking dude, kind of look like a character, lanky, silly. But Glenn could eat, 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 eat MCs. Like, yo, he used to crush food. So they used to give us free food at work. All we had to do was do our job. You could take whatever you wanted. Well, Glenn used to do so much damage that they started charging us and like giving us like 10% off or something. So then we had like kind of like sneak food or get the leftovers that they're going to throw away. He's like, yo, can I take it home instead of throwing away? You know, that kind of stuff. But they wouldn't give it to homeless people. They would literally oh my God. If you guys don't know, almost every restaurant that does large buffet style business, this is a tip for somebody. If you're broke, if you're living in a major city, if you're living anywhere near like a buffet style place, I don't know, Captain Morgan's, I don't know, whatever the place that have buffet style food. At the end of every night, large mainstream places that have buffet style food, they throw away, I'm not lying to you, a week's worth of food. I'm talking about at Old Country Buffet, you know those big metal trays, the pans you see them in at the thing, at the end of the night, sometimes it might be 30 individually cut ribs in the tray. At the end of the night, it might be like 15 to 18 left. And then if nobody wants them, you either could, they'd be like, yo, throw them in the trash or take them home. And you can't sue us for taking them home, right? And then this was the same with the mac and cheese, everything. So anything that was not completely destroyed at the end of the night that wasn't refrigeratable for the next day, I'm talking about a trash can. You know those big gray trash cans you see like in the back of places? The big one is like 3-4 feet tall, the big gray joint. Dog, we used to fill up an entire giant gray trash can of freshly cooked home great food. I mean, vegetables and mac and cheese and rice and chicken and ribs and this and that. Everything, bro. It was like, and I used to ask them, why don't you take this to homeless people? This is some noodle stuff. They said, number one, is the cost of taking it there. Number two, if we take it there and it's not refrigerated properly, people can get sick and then they'll want to sue the company. I'm like, I say, well, damn, I bet you if you contacted a homeless shelter, they would take responsibility, probably sign off on it. They probably will come pick up the food. But what I realized is, no, they don't want to do that because they don't want to risk somebody making money off of it, maybe. You know what I mean? Or not like it's like they want you to be entrapped into their job. That's the noodle thing about jobs. They'd rather throw it in the trash than give it to their employees or give it away to homeless people for free. Even if you come in, we'll pick it up, we'll sign off. They hit you with that shit, right? Well, situations like this, right? The situation like this is why they won't give away the free food, but apparently they did something stupid. All right, so that's perfect. 10:30, right on the mark. We're going to call that the end of our noodle news segment. We're going to take an individual stop break. I don't know. Maybe I should play some goofy comedy videos as a break here. Jonathan Majors is found partially guilty. He didn't even do nothing. I mean, he did do something, but he was dumb for ever getting involved with that chick, bro. I don't know what he was thinking. Like, if she tripping, dog, let her trip, fam. Don't be out there tussling with the broad and fussing with her in the car and fighting over the phone with her. Like, let her have a phone, man. Let her break the phone. You Jonathan Majors, you can buy 10 phones, bro. Oh, shoot. I forgot about let's peep this old T-Pain skit we did. Let's check that out. I forgot we even did this shit.
Where even are we? Where did you bring us? What is this?
It's too hot for you right now.
I didn't bring
way too
any
hot for you
clothing.
right now.
I'm walking down
Here.
the street.
Clothing.
Ugh.
Is that a snake?
Where are we?
It's a snake.
Oh my God! Yo, what are you doing in the desert?
I have did y'all visit my hot dog truck? I got a hot dog truck back here. You guys, yeah. Hit the hot dog truck. Talk to my homeboy Padre. He'll get you going.
T-Pain can't exactly help direct you everywhere, but he can help direct you here on Waze.
Turn left, make a U-turn.
Lead the way.
Look, I'm so sorry, okay? Coincidentally, if there's anything I can do to make this go away without involving the authorities.
Yeah. I think we work something.
That's awesome.
Yes, it is.
We just so we're on the same page, you're not like referring to anything kinky, are you?
Oh, fuck. I forgot my jive juice.
Oh my God, babe. What are you doing here?
Where'd you get that cookie?
Fuck this cookie. Come on.
Back in the game. So we're going to hop into our noodle of the week. I'm going to skip the sports one since I took so long on the regular news. But we're going to our noodle of the week, Miss Cardi B. And it's not really a noodle, but what she did with some noodle stuff. Because I think as a famous person, right, privacy is all you got, man. Like, I mean, shoot. Everybody already in your business. Everybody already know all your business. Your privacy is all you got, right? Now, she's saying she was scared to come out with her relationship situation because I guess they had built up the whole couples goal thing, stuff like that, which is kind of weird because it seems like she already knew the bull was he had the cheating habit. I guess she hoped once they had the baby and the kids, eventually it'll stop. Ladies, tip number 1, babies do not make cheaters stop cheating. Babies do not make cheaters stop cheating. Babies do not make cheaters stop cheating. I got to get my Dr. Umar on that one. Make that very, very clear to you. Babies do not make cheaters stop cheating. That's not how you stop it. How you stop cheating from cheating is leave him alone, or be an agreeable woman, and hope that he's not the kind of guy that's going to take advantage of your agreeableness. And that's all you can hope for. But don't have babies with people. It won't fix anything. It won't get better. It won't stop ever. And that's what happened to Cardi. So I'm looking up somebody's thing right now to see who has like a good little thing on it. Somebody that I can watch it. I'm staying away from all the big channels. Who probably has like a real chill version of it? You know what? Let's give Lamar some love. Yeah. Let me see. I'm looking. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sitting here looking. You know what? Let's give O'Shea Duke Jackson his props. He probably got one. Let's see here. They said Charleston White want to date her now, too. It's too funny. Once again, blah, blah, blah. Revenge. Tommy Ethers. I don't know. I don't see him. See a little Cardi B thing in him. Let me see him. I'm sorry, y'all. You know, we'll show the Charleston White one because it'll be all encompassing. Because this just shows how far things can go. So, for example, she's a well-respected woman. Let me bring this up right here so I can share it properly. And I gotta use a small window. I think is the requirement for all my shares too. Tiny window. There we go. You know what? Just to guarantee, I'm gonna throw up the logo. I'm gonna see how that looks. So you guys don't really need the visual. You just need to hear his video and stuff, and I'll stop the talk. Because you don't gotta be perfect. I'm trying to do some experimentation with my fair use, manipulation at work, as they say. Let's see how that goes. All right, turn this music a little bit lower because he's gonna have his own music. We'll put it down a little bit. All right, let's see what he's talking about. Oh, free commercial.
1-800-Flowers.com. Find the perfect gift.
And wow, the people you
Right.
love.
Wow,
People free sponsorship.
1-800-Flowers.com.
You already charge,
Don't
man.
just sell flowers.
Localflowers.com and YouTube. Free commercial.
Hot sauce pack.
There's some
cookies.
Happy holidays.
Oh, 1 second. I got to get my fair use up for the homie too.
Today, we're introducing the next chapter of Notion AI. It's called Q&A, and it gives you the superhuman ability to remember absolutely everything that's documented across your Notion workspace. Let's say you just started a new job. To get up to speed, it's as simple as asking a question. Q&A can search across thousands of pages in seconds and show you exactly where it found the answer.
All right.
When you're working on something...
Oh, that's good, everybody. It's your boy.
That's O'Shea.
Indeed, very comical. Requesting a very interesting to have.
All right, so I'm gonna stop it right here.
Shooting him.
Transform the content a little bit. So basically, what's been going on? If you don't know what's going on, Cardi B recently had a rant online. She was breaking down about Offset. I'm sure all of you guys are all aware of this. I hate talking about old information, so I'm gonna pick up from where it is right now. Cardi B, she knows he's been cheating. It's been going on for years. She's finally sick of it. Now, the real kicker was the new girl that he's hanging out with is the same girl that she caught a court case over pre-pandemic fighting in a strip club. So if you remember the story about Cardi B fighting in a strip club, over good and mess with Offset, the girl you just saw Offset with for this birthday thing is that same girl. And she's the one that came on like, I didn't know it was serious, right? Now, internet's doing this thing. Let me see what it's going to do. Let me wait. All right, let's resettle. But anyway, so that's what's going on there. So now she's really pissed because it's like, okay, cheat on me with somebody new. There are millions, there are 8 billion people in the world. Why you got to cheat with this one chick that we already in the fought and got court cases over? It's like you really rubbing it in. So she lost her friggin' mind, and her music isn't doing really good right now. So I guess she feels like she's down because I guess bongo, that bongo, bong, 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 I don't know, whatever, right? That one didn't sell so good, so she was down right now. And she's basically saying he kicking her while she down by cheating. And not only are you cheating with this, but then she's saying she kind of did stuff. So I don't know if she was cheating too, and that's why she's down, because she was in the middle of being in the doghouse. But this is their relationship. I cheat on you, you cheat on me. I'm saying I'm sorry. That's not, I don't know. That's not love to me. That's not love to me. Just be like one of those poly people like Adam 22 if you want to do all that, right? But anyway, so that's what's going on. So now they're officially divorced. She said they've been apart officially, similar to Will Smith and Jada. They actually ain't been together for a couple years now and whatnot. And internet's doing some stuff. Internet's doing some stuff. There we go. I like to wait it out. Anytime I see the little thing come up over there, I think that's because the government be tapping in. They be nosy about what's going on. I mentioned Will Smith. I mentioned Jada. Here they come, right? Call for president. Anyway, so now it's escalated to the point where they're divorced, broken apart. Nobody's rocking with him, right? So she's single. So now you may know who Charleston White is. He's an activist turned entertainer activist, working on his stand-up comedy career, but he's more of I would say, a situational comedian, where you put him in a situation, in a conversation, he's going to crush it. All he needs is just a little bit of, what's the topic? Who's the person? What do you think about it? And then he goes off. You know what I mean? I get that. His neurons start firing. He got a million things to say. I know exactly how that works. But he's not like the kind of guy that'll sit around by himself. Like, okay, I'm going to say this first, and I'm going to start over here, and then I'm going to tell the joke, and then I'm going to give 3 different aspects. And then he's not doing all that with joke. But he's working on it. So keep trying, Charles. It takes about 10,000 hours of practicing straight-up comedy to get it right. He'll get it, though. So he had something recent to say about Cardi B, which a lot of people are thinking. And O'Shea Duke Jackson made some comments on it. So let's see what Chuck had to say.
In shot, and then I'm going to come back.
I want to say this. I with the Migos, right? Migos. But boy, I sure like to go on a date with Cardi B. Boy, since her and that boy done broke up, and it's only fair, because it's fair game. She fair game now. Say, boy, I sure like to go on a date with Cardi B. Cardi B, can I take you out? We can do a metaverse.
This nigga is on his Jodeci joint. He got the no shirt on. KC, come and talk to me. Ooh, yeah. Look, going on right here. Tony, I'm gonna get my KC and JoJo, the no shirt skinny boy look, and be like, Cardi B, I just wants to go out some dates with you. Come and talk to me. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, that's Chuck right there. So, and O'Shea has his commentary. I'm not going to use his commentary. I want you guys to actually go check out his Celebrity Junk page. I'm sure you guys probably heard. He's like, well, it's good, and all that kind of stuff. So check out O'Shea. You know what he do. But I don't want to show his whole video here. We want to transform content, things like that. I want to give him a shout out. Go check out Celebrity Junk, O'Shea Jackson.
Date. You go to a restaurant, I go to a restaurant in a quiet corner, and we go live and just talk to each other. That's all I want. Man, I just want to talk to Cardi B. I just want to have a 3-hour conversation with Cardi B like I did with Cam Newton. Can I have?
Now, you heard what he said. Now we're going to dig into the science of Charleston White. Charleston White is a brilliant promoter like Don King, I guess like Oscar De La Hoya, Floyd Mayweather, right? Mike Tyson. He knows when an opportunity arises how to use his voice in ears that people got on him. Because you think he cares if people tease him for being skinny like this? You think he cares if they tease him about his hair or his head or his eye? You think he gets one darn dang? He been getting teased his whole damn life. He been in a juvenile home. He done been through all that. Like, it's nothing. That's why he's so sarcastic and so wordy. He been busting back his whole life with his mouth. So a lot of people think you're hurting his feelings by teasing him. Man, don't give a goddamn dang. That's why he's standing here in his Casey and JoJo, come and talk to me. Ooh, yeah. Body. Asking Cardi B to go out on a daggone date. Which I think is a brilliant move because he has the money to do it. He has the time to do it. And she's so wild. She'll talk to him, especially if it's on the internet. Like he said he just wanted a little video date. And what he really wants is to pick up her followers from him kind of kissing her butt and telling her how, you know what I mean, over this thing. And then her followers will come, like, be part of his thing. And then if he ends up not cool with her, some will stay and some will leave. So he might pick up 20, 30 followers here, 50,000, 500,000. But then if they don't fall out or they're not really continuing after that, 20 or 30% of those people will stay. So what Chuck does, he goes from person to person, and this is what the kids call clout chasing. I guess that's what the kids call it. A businessman will call it marketing nowadays. Social media marketing. You see it. You see it when you're on your app, Boost the Post. Basically, Charleston White is using his social currency to boost his posts by just saying some goofy shit about somebody that most guys are afraid to say in public. And then when he gets really in the conversation, that's when he drops his knowledge bombs, which I really hope he can come out of this character and actually do something productive. Because right now you see him. Ooh, yeah. Cutting the hell up, Chuck. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Come and talk to me now, baby. I really wanna meet you. Come on, Cardi B. Right? The hell? Anyway, this boy. All right, let's get back to Chuck talking. Shout out to O'Shea and the Celebrity Jump.
Can I do that? That's all I want for Christmas. I don't want 12 gold teeth. I used to want 12 gold teeth for Christmas. I don't want 12 gold teeth no more. I want a 3-hour conversation with Cardi B.
So, guys, you heard what he had to say. I want to.
The point of all this is why Cardi B is new, because she jumped out on the internet. Now, all she really had to do was really, once they were officially like done, and she was done, she shouldn't have came out on social media and did it. She should have just told him straight up, you know what, man, let's just split both ways. You take your money, I take my money. We go our separate ways. I'll give you all the custody you want. You can see the kids anytime you want. Just don't be having around all these different hoes and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, when they with daddy, they with daddy, you know? And like, yeah, well, don't have them with these old dumbass bitches that hate me, right? I don't want them poisoning my kids. So that's all she had to do. And everybody would have been cool with that. They would have understood. He's been cheating on her. She done took him back 1,000,000 times. She can't take it no more. Everybody, but instead she kept it down and waited till she was in a bad mood. You know how women are. They let their feelings dictate when it's time to make a choice. And I think her feelings dictated a bad time. And this is why she's the noodle of the week. Her feelings told her to wait all this time until she was feeling her lowest and at her worst. And then being like, all right, fine, I hate you. It's like, well, baby, we all done known Offset done stroked like half the country. Yeah, they go in the bathrooms, knock bras down. So, and then you got to think, his one homeboy died. So he's probably dealing with the trauma from losing one of his bros, which they never thought was going to happen. And it happens to be a stray bullet. So is she even addressing that whole trauma of him losing his homeboy, and that could be a factor, which he either needs to get therapy or it's time to break up because he got too much going on. He lost his homie while they famous. Who gets this famous to lose their homie over a BS dice game argument and a couple of people get too lit trying to show off? He's standing over in the corner minding his damn business, and these dum-dums way over here getting one of the you know, with the weapon thing throwing the bullets across the area, right? And he gets in. And he's the only one that lost his life at that. What do you think that did to Offset's brain, man? Being there that night. Having that happen. You guys have millions of dollars. You got $150,000 watch on, a $250,000 necklace. You drove here in a $170,000 car with a V12 engine. You know, women with $40 billion worth of surgery and clout in the back of the car, just begging to have 6 of your kids. Everything you can want in life. And just like that, just like those unlucky young ladies in Malibu. It seems that, I don't know if it's taking it for granted or other people don't realize how precious life is. This is the kind of things that happen. So Cardi, keep your stuff private. If you ever do need to come out strong and come out early. Don't say it. Because now you got Charleston White out here asking for a date clowning. What else is going on here? Nicki Minaj, I think Nicki Minaj is busting shots at her. Nicki Minaj is like busting shots doing a song at her. Some stuff like that.
Well,
some stuff like that.
Making a change is never easy, but having Zen shipped directly to your door definitely.
Maybe she could, but
we'll save O'Shea's commentary. Go to Celebrity Junk if you want to hear the real commentary. This guy's a great YouTuber, way better than I am. Great editing, great words. And then, you know, they're supporting Cardi. She's going to try to call out there doing her thing, finding herself, blah, blah, blah. But Chuck, Chuck want to fuck, and he like her. But, he like Brittany Renner, too. So, Charleston White, let's be honest. Previous to having money, Charleston White never even looked this good in front of a woman. You get what I'm saying? Previous to having money, you got to remember, this is the best Charleston White. You see him right here with the water and the pants. This is the best he ever looked in his life. And it took him being very successful and getting money. So imagine what his female association was like. Previous, he was getting regular women. He was getting real women. Let's say like that. Not unattractive, but just real women with a little extra here, a little extra there. They had really good jobs. It would take care of a skinny, ex-con. It's all bony and whatnot. He's not threatening, but he said he wanted them roughneck type dudes, like to fuss with the women and cuss them out, So now he got these gorgeous women like. He probably never thought in his life he'd have a chance to even hang near Cardi B without Offset stabbing his behind. He like, what? I'll throw that shot. He was like, if he didn't have his little wife or girlfriend or child, whatever he's doing going on, he would definitely rock with Brittany Renner. He wouldn't hesitate. So Cardi B, don't become Brittany Renner and become a target. Now, I ain't gonna lie, you got a couple of kids. Who can compete with being Offset? He's worth about $30-40 million. Unless some NBA players going to be on you, you're just going to get one of them dumb young ones like Anthony Edwards or something. You don't want them. They're going to be cheating on you too. So, I don't know. You might want to get you a bus driver. Cardi B is the point. Let me see if there's any other stuff here to point out here. Bang. Yeah, she's flipping out. They arguing. They get together, break up. Now, Offset has also been doing some wild stuff, getting some revenge. They say that Offset had sex with a couple of other different girls like Blueface's baby mama. Blueface said they had intercourse together allegedly at somebody's birthday party a few months back. So it's just like, all right, man, you know what I'm saying? So that's that. And that's why Cardi B is the noodle of the week. We got 5 minutes left. I think that's a perfect time to end the noodle of the week. Shout out to our opening videos by Albert, the Warrior Morales. Shout out to Cardi B and O'Shea Du Jackson, them and the Celebrity Junk. Fair use. Yeah, great images to use right there. And we got 5 minutes left. Hold on, let me play my whack ass rap video. I like it, but video could be better. Song's good. I need more hoes for my videos. That's what I need. I need hoes for my videos, y'all. I need like free hoes for my videos. That's what I need.
We do politics over punani. We do education over ecstasy. We do literacy over linguistic ability. NATURAL, when I get it, that's clean and no plastic everywhere. A natural
Biggie. Ain't no plastic in the body. Keep that trash away from Kitty. Like my ladies green the way the nature made them. Curly hair the nation. Chocolate preferentation. We like the ladies litty flavored Baskin Robbins skinny waistin'. Don't get it wrong, we even take them yellow, brown, Caucasian. Patron Dr. Umar. Ain't no bunny hopping. Too far. Natural queens coming all sizes, dropping stars. N-A-T-U-R-A-L. Wanna get it as clean and no plastic everywhere. A natural girl, a natural girl, a natural girl, a natural girl. N-A-T-U-R-A-L. Wanna get it as clean and no plastic everywhere. A natural girl, a natural girl, a natural
It's going down. Black Trump in the house. Body parts soft, clean, jean pillows popping. Tasty water flows, nappy heads steady rocking. Where your man at? Well, I'm here now. All that big chat, it ain't here now. Protection in the building, family beat the drilling. Cooking for the kids to get me piece of bacon dealing. My trusted counsel when I get my piece of bacon building. Keep the family diet clean. I need a
N-A-T-U-R-A-L. Wanna get it as clean and no plastic anywhere. A natural girl, a natural girl, a natural girl, a natural girl. N-A-T-U-R-A-L. Wanna get it as clean and no plastic everywhere. A natural girl, a natural girl, a natural girl, a natural girl. Hey,
we do murder over money, and we do righteousness over your activity. I need a natural girl. A Big Papa Africa.
A meeting would be nice. But yeah, that's it. Noodle Free Mondays. Be back Wednesday for the My Part of Town podcast. I'm going to do some older videos. I think this week we're going to be playing some of the comedy videos and things like that. I wish I had. I wonder if I can find one of our movies that's like skit bags, hours that I can stream on it. That'd be kind of cool if I can find one of our movies for free to stream. And then it's our skit bags movie. So since we're the skit bags, we should be able to stream our own shit. That'd be dope, right? Right, stream one of the movies we did. I'm gonna figure that out because we do own these movies. I'm a skit bag. I'm part of the company. I own the shit. I got the rights to use the shit. So damn, yeah, I should try to stream one of our movies that's like actually out there this Wednesday. Oh, and StreamYards just announced that we can now start streaming on IG Live. And I have my followers and time already ready. I got my business account. So I'm about to start streaming on IG Live also this Wednesday in future shows. So that's another new upgrade. I'm telling you, the internet is the bomb. I'm going to just keep at it. Because man, anyway, let's get back at it. Show's over. Love is good. Life is better. You better do something that's going to make you last forever. It's Noodle Free Mondays. Don't be a friggin' noodle. My Part of Town podcast is Wednesday. I'm cutting breaks back on a lot of shows because it's too much work for not enough benefit. And if I come up with another show, it's going to be like a whole new show on the weekend. I kind of want to do the South Park, the Jesus show, where I get like a bunch of random questions and then I answer them, but you know, like on some fortune telling shit. Like anyway, like basically like almost like an advice show, but like fortune telling. I want to experiment with that, but we'll figure that one out. Anyway, we out of here, man. Thanks for watching. Peace and love. Have a good holidays. If you on this Christmas, on this upcoming weekend, Happy New Year. If you ain't having a Happy New Year, don't get arrested. Don't get in trouble. Please don't speed like them people in them damn CNN stories I read. Please don't speed, guys. Don't speed. Drive slow, man. And if you ain't in no rush, drive slow, homie. Or at least make sure you're in a place where nobody else is at. Don't drive fast around people. Eventually, you're going to hit something. I've been there. Noodle Free Mondays. Yeah.